You. Yes, you. You are now here. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, who the heck are you? Courtney, what happened to your face? Well, we can't answer that question, because, I'm not Courtney. I'm Wilton the Troll, and, I want to welcome you to my new lair. It's not really all that new. New for you guys, because, you don't really get to see this view very often. You got my garage over there. You can see the last time my furnace was, serviced, so it's kind of cool. Maybe you can kind of hear it in the background up there. Do you hear it? Because I hear it. But anyway, I want to thank you so much for watching Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. And, I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time of day you're watching this. And, don't join gangs. Subscribe to Flora from Under a Rock, because that's where you should be. Always. Bye.
I never realized that he said, don't join gangs.
I was muted. You never noticed that Wilton says that? Hey guys, it's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. I have Ashley Lynn with me, and I'm Courtney, and I don't know what we're talking about. We just decided we would go live and kill some time because she works late and I don't sleep, and yeah. So
and I'm an narcopath. Why not?
Yeah, the narcopath. You know, I hang with the wrong people. I've always been told that. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I can't be super loud, and I have these I strongly dislike these headphones. Let's just see who's in the chat. I know Good Stuff was here before I highlighted his comment. What's up, Good Stuff? What's up, what's up? And Laszlo is here as well. Laszlo Panaflex. And then I just saw, oh, hi, Ashley Lynn Storm.
Hi there, Courtney. I'm your biggest fan.
I know you are. Oh, wait. I forgot something. What'd you say?
I'm your biggest fan. Oh my God, it's Courtney!
I saw one of my, Jerf is here. Jerf. Hi, Empty Orchestra Karaoke. He's saying hello to Laszlo. G. Reed says, WTF. Go to bed. and Ash, can you tell where this guy's from? Ready? Look what he wrote.
Oh, I can't see. Hold on. I can't see.
He wrote, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Is he from my neck of the woods?
Yeah, he's from Philly area.
Oh, yeah?
Now, but yeah.
I'm in Delco.
On Punk Media Karaoke. Which was a lot of fun. And Hargrave is here. But you said you're going live tomorrow. No, I said I was going to go live now, but it took me like an hour. Hi, Hargrave. Empty Orchestra Karaoke. Ashley Lynn is also from our neck of the woods as well.
Delco, baby.
Yeah, she's a Delco. She's a Delco. Gosh. Jeremy Marks is here. What's up, Jeremy? So hi, Jeremy. Courtney and Ashley. We are all here. Yes, and we have nothing to talk about. I don't really have much going on, but I just figured I'd catch up because the last stream I did was randomly at a car show. Well, I thought it was going to be a car show, but it was like a racetrack. So
even better.
Yeah, maybe we could watch a little bit of the cars from there at some point, but it was so loud there. I couldn't like hear anything. I've never gone to an actual like racetrack before. I don't know if this thing out.
Wonderful.
Oh, I don't know if anyone noticed my Kit Kat shirt. Can anyone tell who that is? Huh? Without me showing my. D. Reed, what you been up to? What's the I saw that you're doing another Albo death stream on one day or something. One of those days. How many times is he gonna have a death stream? It's nice to see you here though. Why do you know what? Last time I streamed it had been so long that all I said was the whole time, and I'm trying not to do that, but I'm already saying I gotta show you guys this puzzle that I got. And I was trying to figure out how to set up the other camera so I could be doing it on this table next to me. But I got this for how much was it? Hold on. Oh, it was 50% off of this. It was originally $14.98. The green sticker means 50% off. Check it out. You can see it without my ring light.
Ooh.
You know, like, ooh, it's a David Bowie puzzle, and I'm really stoked to do it. 500 pieces. I'm gonna lose like 3 of the pieces, which happens all the time, and I'll go crazy. D-Reed is chilling and relaxing. Very cool. D-Reed, if you want to come hang out, you're always welcome to.
Chilling like a villain.
Send you a Twitter. So Ashley Lynn, I still got the highlighted.
Yes.
We just like to see your name at the orchestra karaoke. Yeah, Ashley Lynn is the narcopath. She said she's just owning it now, I guess.
Yeah, because I'm not. So might as well make fun of it.
You're not. So I had some clips that I was gonna show, and now I can't remember how to do it. But in the intro, yeah, I know. Hold on. Give me just a moment. There's gonna be. Now I hit the. Now I'm hearing myself on YouTube too. No. I'm boomering. What's up, Punk Media Karaoke? I came back to say hey to you guys. I didn't realize it was so loud when I was walking in, and I didn't realize it was not like an open thing. But thanks for letting me say hey. I came back and you guys were already done. I hope you guys had fun tonight. So Punk Media Karaoke, did you hit 5K subs officially tonight? He was hitting 5,000 subs. Pretty awesome.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Yeah. Those are my late night boys. That's where I hang. It's fun. They got a good channel. Yeah, you have. You're right.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that. Let me send D-Reed, just check your Twitter. I'll find you. I'm sorry, I'm sniffly. Very sniffly. All good. Hardwood floors. Oh, not yet. You're right there though. Like said 4.99K. Alejandro. I should get that Lady Gaga song in my head. I just gotta get this going. Ashley's making herself look beautiful. You're making yourself look beautiful. Like you're always beautiful. I don't know where I went now. I'm lost. I really am. Oh, here we go. Okay. There we go. I'm not lost anymore.
Been lost in the mail.
Lost in the supermarket. Can no longer shop happily. I love that Clash song. It's like my favorite Clash song. Okie doke. Okay. I can't wait. I was supposed to go to the eye doctor 2 days ago, everybody, and they canceled on me and they rescheduled until May 2nd. And nobody guessed my shirt yet. I'm totally wearing a Justin Timberlake shirt. I found it at the thrift store for 99 cents. Thought I'd rock it. The dog is cute. I don't think you saw the 3-legged dog though. He's even cuter. You saw Iggy Pup. Tell me that's not the coolest thing for a dog. What'd you say?
I have a 3-legged dog.
You've seen the 3-legged dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, on Punk Media Karaoke was talking about earlier. Where are you in the dark?
What's going on? What is up? I'm driving right now. You can't see me for shit, but here we go.
Oh, nice. Where are you driving? Wait, it's 6 a.m. there probably, right?
Just, what's that?
Is it 6 a.m. where you are?
It's 5 a.m.
Oh, you're only an hour ahead of me.
Yeah. So anyway, what's been going on?
Whole bunch of nothing. Talk
Oh,
about
there's a lot of
media
stuff.
karaoke says it needs to take Morrissey. I like Morrissey too, but I don't have Morrissey.
I
Well,
got
I
lots.
like old Morrissey, I should say. Lazarus says these
You
potato chips taste freaking awesome.
you
What kind of
you,
food?
you do karaoke? Do you join those streams?
Yeah, I've
Oh,
karaokeed on
okay.
Punk Media
I've heard
Karaoke.
you rap, but I've never heard you sing.
I do like I was on doing whisper singing the other night because I couldn't be loud. I did I'm trying to think of what I even sang. Stuff you wouldn't know probably, like Stiff Little Fingers, a couple punk songs. But I did I thought I did an 80s song too. I don't know. I'm 420 got me.
You don't even
420
remember.
Well, 420 was a long day. I live in Colorado, remember?
Right, that's true. That's
And
very true.
I don't smoke, but I take stuff for
I'm gonna turn this light off. This fucking light is hot. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you can have it.
You ain't gonna be able to see me. Oh well.
Have you what's going on with the death stream thing? And
You know. Come on, Courtney. You know how it is on our community. It's a lot of drama. So yeah.
You're the only channel I go on, and I missed you today because it said you were going live in 5 minutes, but then I had to leave. So.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Albert's going to go off on some people like usual. I'm going to moderate. I'm not really going to be in the stream too much. I'm going to make it more of his stream because he don't know how to do StreamYard. So.
Kind of like I don't.
you know more than Albert.
I want to see what this thing's about. They say that you can do like this edit a layout thing. Has anyone tried this yet?
No, I haven't. I've seen it, but I just do what I know, and then that's it.
How do you do this?
I don't try none of the new shit.
So if you do center, so this is for 3 people. Center. What is
I
this?
gotta be more lighted.
Left. Oh, there you are. Now you're back in the center. Makes no sense. I can do this. Whoa! Made us really tiny. I think it looks like that on the other end. I don't know. Probably just save it first. It says add an item, camera slot, or media slot. Oh, I could do I've always wanted to try. They say that I can use my iPhone as like a second camera. Make something for another time. It'll take me 10 years to figure it out, but
You pay for StreamYard?
yes. Well, I don't. But,
Oh, okay. I forgot you were big time. I forgot. My bad.
My ex pays for it. I don't know if he knows that he does, but my ex does pay for it. It hasn't been canceled yet, so. Oh, I got it.
Anyway, Courtney, I'm about to get off here. I just wanted to say hi to you. I haven't actually talked to you for a while, so I'm going to get off here because I'm going to stop by Jack in the Box and give me some tacos.
Ah, that sounds good.
All
right.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Alex or Jeff, or if anybody wants to come on, you guys are welcome to come hang out for a little bit. I'll drop the link in the chat. I don't really have much going on. I was just kind of I never drop the link in the chat, actually.
Yeah, you really don't. I've never seen you do that.
I know, because when I used to, I'd get people that like we're not trustworthy.
I wish somebody would.
I'm gonna drop it and then delete it. Like if people want to come on.
They want to let them come in. If they come in, they come in.
I guess I don't have to let them in if I don't want to, right?
Well, no, you don't have to. But then again, I mean, why not? You know?
Yeah,
what are you going to do?
There you go. If anyone wants to come in. Oh, Jerk didn't join Punk Media Karaoke last night. I'm on the other side. I'm seeing comics I didn't see on my side. Oh, there it is now. Let me tell you, Ashley. Well, they call him Jerf. Jeff, I guess it's Jerf, Jeff, I don't know. At the orchestra karaoke, he sang. The one time I heard him sing, he brought me to tears.
Well, you're sensitive now that you're getting older.
I am.
I love you to death, but you're getting
through that thing. So funny. Oh my god, so pathetic. That thing.
Oh, I love that song. You know what I was jamming to at work today?
What?
And everybody's looking at me like I had 3 heads. Will Smith's getting jiggy with it.
Dude, I don't care what anyone says about Will Smith. We love Will Smith. Philly peeps love Will Smith.
Listen, Philly boy. That's all I know. Philly boy.
He, my brother and I, when we were younger, we used to listen to. I had the. Remember when they used to do CD singles? Like it would just have like 2 songs on it.
Yeah.
And it was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, and it was Parents Just Don't Understand on one side, and the other side was. I'm not positive. I can't remember right now. You just said I like Fresh Prince better. Yeah. Do you remember Parents Just Don't Understand then? Are you like the Fresh Prince, the show? Like him as the Fresh Prince, yeah. But he was Fresh Prince as well. How does that song go? Okay, here's the situation. My parents went away on a week's vacation and they left the keys to the brand new Porsche, which ain't mine. Of course not. I'll just take it for a little spin, maybe show it off to a couple of friends, something like that.
What song are you singing?
Parents just don't understand. There's no need to argue. Parents just don't understand.
I know I do what you're talking about.
I'm rapping very quietly and white girlish and congested. I'm out of practice. I got to get my beats back, man. You know, I'm losing my Philippines crowd. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. So there's been like lots of drama going on YouTube, and I've kind of oh, I never ate my dinner. Actually, I had salad to eat. Jeez, damn things, cantaloupe. Look what I have in my big old bag here. Paper towels. Oh, I left my grapes. Damn it. I left them. I forgot them. Lots of dramas going on. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, I'm not used to having connected headphones there, guys. So you know. All right, who's here? Oh, Laszlo came in. Laszlo, I was asking you this hours ago. He was just. What up, Laszlo? Wait, hold on. You know what happens when Laszlo comes in? You look. That hat is awesome. That's an actual. I don't know where that came from. The female crowd celebration that never used to be on my stream here before. It's almost as good as applause. How you doing, Laszlo?
So,
Cowboy.
so you were talking about it. You were talking about internet drama, right?
Yeah. Do you have internet drama?
Yeah. Which one?
What's going on with internet? Yeah, tell us some internet drama.
Okay, you want to hear the rumors? Okay, so you hear? Oh, is that an echo on my?
I don't think so. Are you echoing? Are you hearing echoing?
A little bit.
I don't hear it. I think you're good.
I know it's probably on my mic.
For me?
Nah, I think it's okay. I don't hear it.
So, did you see the shit that went down between Kanye MFS and
No. And who? And you?
Hofcast?
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
involved in
You know what? I
drama.
don't want to talk about that here, though, because they're both my friends.
I know.
I'll have to ask about that, though. Oh,
It
that's a shame. Damn. I hate it when my friends fight. I can only imagine is what I'll say. But no, I haven't been paying attention to a lot. I've been the big thing I was paying attention to today was I was trying to look for the news article. It was about a fire, but
I fixed the audio issue.
Are they battling it out on Twitter? Probably.
It was more between Stefan Ransom.
Yeah.
I
like him too. Yes, I don't get involved in all that stuff, but that's a shame. Hopefully they'll get along.
I tried to be the mediator type and say, guys, stop fighting. But they kept fighting. I can't. Once you guys start arguing, you can't stop them. It's Just do it.
Oh, were they doing this on stream?
Uh, in the backstage.
Oh, in the backstage. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Stage.
Was there
actually,
was there drinking involved?
uh, when is there not?
Yeah, right. With me, there's never drinking, which is funny. But I managed to get into my own. Not anymore lately. There was a point in time though
Uh,
where I had some good drama going on.
People like you really impress me. That like get off the the drink because I'm I'm an
It
alcoholic,
wasn't. It wasn't easy. It was
but
not easy, guys. Though
I
it took
know
me so many years to do it. Like
I
I would
want
have
to.
like a year. You want to stop too? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
You gotta you gotta find your own. My advice to people, like I don't tell people they have to go to AA or like you have to do the 12 steps or whatever. Some people it really works for, and the 12 steps are cool. Like to like go through, I guess, because I did go through them. Um, like the first time I tried. Well, the first time I got you know stopped
but
drinking, but I did it eventually without that because meetings to me were like high school and I felt like I didn't fit in, so it made me kind of feel more like an outsider, which is why I drank to begin with, I think.
yeah,
So,
same place here.
but if you ever
But
want someone to talk to, I will totally like
uh,
shoot you some tips and stuff like that. It's really one of those things where you just have to like when you're ready, you mind over matter it. Like that's seriously what it was for me. Except I had to medically detox because I'm a different entity.
uh,
Um,
that's what I was gonna bring up. If 12 steps was like way more beneficial for you, like did it work? Like did it not work? Or
you know,
you
it's
answered
one
the
of those
question.
things like yeah, the steps themselves, like I think they could be used for any aspect of life. That's kind of like they're just good like things to like do for anything in life. Like it's almost like a self-discovery type thing. But the whole like, if you're not necessarily a religious person, a lot of people have issues with how much like God's brought into the book. I was able to I'm spiritual, so I was able to separate it to my own, like it didn't bother me that it was like not necessarily my God or whatever, they're referring to. But yeah, really with both and the cigarettes because like I'm 6 years with no cigarettes either. The cigarette thing I tried before with like Chantix. I tried everything to try and quit smoking. Never worked. This last time I just stopped. That's what my grandmother told me. She was like, "You should stop one day." So yeah,
I'm I'm kind of a weird one, like because I didn't start smoking cigarettes or tobacco or any of that until like well into my 30s. I never touched
that's
tobacco or anything.
so crazy. That's how my stepdad was. He never started smoking until like he was older, and we were like, "Why are you smoking?" Because I
Because
smoked for 25 years. Like it's
really,
crazy. Yeah,
uh,
for 25 years I smoked, and my mom smoked for 40, and we both quit around the same time.
okay, so you got
Um,
the tobacco for a long time.
yeah, 6 years no tobacco, but yeah, but they still like when you like I always have to go to the doctor for stupid health stuff. They like will ask you if you're a smoker, and they say like prior smoker, and they have like this number because of the amount of years that I smoked, where they average it. Even though I'm not a smoker, like now it's still like on there as like this like risk or risk factor thing. It's kind of funny.
That's silly. Uh,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's my weird situation with the tobacco. I love smoking cigarettes right now, like, and I never got
I
in.
have the desire never goes away for me. That's one thing. Like the drinking, like I can take it or leave it. Now there have been times where during the pandemic I sat out front of like the liquor store in the old town I was living in. I would sit in my truck outside the liquor store for like 45 minutes, just like, okay, are you gonna go in? Are you gonna go in? And then I'd call someone. They'd be like, get the fuck out of there. Um, but
Oh my god!
cigarettes, I
So
want one every
it
single
got
day. And everyone I hang out with smokes. Well, like the three people I hang out with here. I officially know like three people in this town. It's really exciting.
really.
I've made three friends.
'Cause
Oh my god.
I don't hang out with people that smoke, so like I never developed a smoking habit. So
That's how it was with me when I was because I've been in Colorado for like, God, now it'll be like 18 years, I think,
yeah,
now that I've been down here. I mean, I've been back and forth, but when I was in Colorado, nobody smoked. I was like the only smoker, and I'd always have to go outside, and you can't even smoke on like the main road there. They're so like, no smoking, they smoke hot. But and I used to go like freeze my butt off and like smoke like half a cigarette. And I think that kind of helped me to quit too, because I definitely cut down. Because growing up in like Philly and at my mom's house, like, we smoked inside. I grew up in a car full of smoke, basically, like as a kid in the 80s. Was how it was. So
Like when I was growing up, before I was like 21, be able to get into a bar, I just knew like how movies were people smoking in bars. So like the first time, like when I actually turned 21 years old, like that's when they stopped. They like you can't smoke cigarettes in bars anymore. So I was
that's
like,
so funny. Up until a couple of years ago, you could still smoke. Like it was way past. You could still smoke at some of the bars in Philly, and it was weird because even when I was still smoking, so like 7 years ago or something like that, seven,
yeah,
8 years ago, I remember going to this bar on South Street, Tattooed Moms, and they had the upstairs back room you could smoke because that's where they didn't serve food. And I just remember going in there and being like, oh my gosh, because I was not used to it anymore, like being in like a crowded place. And that room was just like I couldn't even breathe. And I had been smoking, my whole life. Um, but yeah, I think they just did away with it in this town called Ardmore outside of Philly because there were a couple like restaurants there where you could still smoke. Dude, I remember. Well, you're obviously younger if you were 21 when they were taking that stuff away, pretty much. Well, I don't know. How old are you? My age?
I'm 39.
Okay, I have like 6 years on you then. I'm gonna
Okay.
be 45 soon. Look who's here! Look who's here! Look who's here!
Believe it or not, I snuck into bars.
You stuck in the bars when you were younger? Is that what you're saying, Liza?
But I was
Cool. What is up? I see. What? Surf. Now I can actually see you, because normally I'm like looking at the little like side thing, or I'm on my phone. And when I'm on my phone, I can't even tell who's on a stream. It's just like the tiniest
Super
little thing.
small.
Yeah. Actually, you hear his voice. That is
Yeah.
how he sings. This guy is like amazing. Um.
Hello,
the,
everyone.
Hello.
Nice to
Hello.
meet you all.
I can't tell if it's the quality of his microphone or if he just like sounds really sexy.
Well, he probably does sound sexy. That's how he sings. He had me in like tears at one time, but he was singing a song that was like close to my heart. I think it was like a what did you sing? Was it a oh no that Kissing the Bottle? That was what's his name sang it? Not you.
That was Billy.
Billy. Yeah, that song hits close to home with me. That song's like
Oh yeah, that's a great song.
yeah, it is. So what you been doing?
Just working this past week, and I like always wake up at 4 a.m. And I started working on a track this morning, and I saw that you were going live, so I was like, oh, let me check out Courtney and Ashley.
Yeah, this is this is not like my typical live stuff. Usually, I don't know. I do a show like I would do Friday nights. It was called Late Night Jawns also, but I would have like I have a certain panel of people that I have on, and I have a puppet, and like I freestyle rap, and I do really dumb things.
That's awesome.
And this is like the middle of the night, and Ashley and I both can't sleep, so we were like, let's go live.
So this is like your insomniac stream.
Yeah, well, my Late Night Jawns is kind of insomniac anyway, because they usually don't start till like I don't know. What if I
we don't start till like 1.
Yeah, 1 o'clock East Coast usually.
Oh,
But for
goodness.
me, I'm 2 hours earlier, so it's like.
Okay.
But it's funny. I get like a lot of my following is like Australia because of that. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of people and the few like insomniac people. I know Leslie's one of the few all-nighters. We've got a couple of us.
Well, I'm in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, you're an hour earlier than me. That's fine.
Okay.
See, you and I. That's why you always seem to be up like later with me
So
because I'm Mountain Time.
That's kind of late. Like hell, it's 3.
Well, I mean, it's 4:30 here. I have a very weird sleep schedule. Like I officially diagnosed with insomnia. Like I actually had a doctor diagnose me, which I think is so funny.
You have insomnia. Here's your
I know it's like
insomnia
primary insomnia, whatever the frick that means. But
Sure.
I'm one of those people where like I started not sleeping because of hypervigilance. Like I wouldn't sleep at nighttime just because of where I was. And I'm now divorced and things are cool. And I just got like totally on that schedule. And then during the daytime, things are happening, so I don't want to sleep. Then I have those moments where I just like narcolepsy out, and I'll be like sitting in my chair, and I'm like, and I wake up like a couple hours later. I'll
I,
sleep when I'm dead. No, I actually lately been sleeping a lot. I wasn't feeling well though, so I was going, oh my goodness,
I,
sexy.
I do
Sorry.
the same thing. Like I sometimes I'll just like sleep all day, sleep all night. It's a bad sleep schedule, but hey, whatever works.
I love sleeping. I love
Uh,
dreaming.
Sleeping is one of my favorite things to do.
Same.
See, I don't like dreaming.
Really?
Um, no, that's another reason. Like I will fight going to sleep. Like certain times if things are happening because I get nightmares. Um, it's just so funny. She
let's
says,
go.
hashtag,
What's the weirdest last dream you had?
oh my goodness. Just this morning. It wasn't a weird one. I mean, it was just scary. Like
Uh,
this morning, my mom called me, and across the street from one, like she has her house, and then like nearby is it's her house, but my sister lives there, and there was a fire across the street, and like Jerf's from the Philly area, so like he can imagine, and Ashley knows, like the suburbs, even the suburbs of Philly, you get like houses, like streets with like sidewalks, and they're all twins, or they're like connected houses and whatnot, even though it's suburban. Um, so you're really close to each other. But the house across the street caught on fire this morning, and this is such a bummer. The girl that was renting upstairs actually lost her life in it. And so my mom had called me to tell me that like that was happening, and I was listening to her talk to the cops and stuff like that. And I fell back asleep after that, and I had terrifying fire dreams because I was in a fire. Oh, Six is heading to bed. Good night, sweetheart. Um, Six, I'm gonna do a birthday stream on May 15th, and I hope you will join me. I hope. All right. I think we'll do it my birthday, but I'm not positive. But we'll keep in touch. I love you. Bye.
Good night,
Um,
Six.
yeah, I have like weird things with fire because I was in a fire in 1998. Actually, this is crazy. I won't show the whole thing, but somebody videotaped the fire that I was in 1998 in Kenmore Square in Boston. Like apparently there's these people called like fire chasers, and they'll just show up at like large fires and start like videoing them. And so I know it's so funny. And like randomly, probably 10 years ago now or something, one of my friends that I went to college with was like, "Oh my god, the fire is on YouTube," and I was like, "Nah." There's also a clip of me backstage coming up the stairs at the Rat, the punk club in Boston, randomly, and the video is just called "Punks Outside the Rat," and I'm on it. I was like, "What the hell? God, all this stuff." But so I'm gonna pull it up just for a second because I'm in this fire video. It's like the craziest thing. Like I'm like, who is this person that did this? I gotta find it first, but um, it's just it's so bizarre to me. Let me just see. It might be right under. I think it's okay.
I want to see this.
It's crazy. So I have like serious I think this is how I look it up. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so I have to do this, pause, and do this and share. As I said, I'll like kind of just scroll through it really quick because it's a long thing, and it's like pretty terrifying.
No,
Oh,
rush.
Six, thank you. You look really good, Courtney. Love the background. Thank you. I'm actually on my bed. This is what's above my bed. That's over here is where I usually stream with all my posters and stuff over there. I was just being lazy. But thank you, sweetheart. Get some rest. Okay, present. Sorry. I love that shit. I just met an AA Ron. I was like so excited. I was like, your name's AA Ron. Do you guys know what I'm referring to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it.
I do not.
So funny. Oh, there's a skit. It's like hilarious. It's a substitute teacher, and he is reading roll in class, and he's like, you know, he's African American, whatever we call them now. I don't know the term. He's a black man, and the class is all white, and he's like, D nice, is D nice here? And she's like, it's Denise. You know, he's going to Ron, Ron, and the kid's just like, he's like, Ron, and then at the very end, he's like, Timothy, and this like white kid, he like, comes around, and he's like, present. It's awesome. You have to see it. It's like a Key and Peele thing. It's so funny.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay, can you see this?
Yes.
It's sharing already. Okay, so 6 alarm fire. This is the date 8/7/1998. We had just come back from. Wait, how is it showing on here? Okay, like that. My boyfriend and I at the time had just come back from England. I had gotten so much good vinyl. I was a vinyl collector, like avid vinyl collector. This is where I lost my entire life of vinyl. I know it seems like a long time ago, but I had such good stuff. And I just remember being like, we just bought all that good vinyl.
Oh,
anyway,
sucks.
we lost everything in it. But this person, I don't know. I'm just going to... So this top right window, well, the top right... Oh, what's going on here? Is that me doing it? Yeah, I'm sorry. To the right of where the person's coming down on that ladder. They did not offer us that easy. But there's that window to the left that looks dark. We're the one all the way to the right. So I'll kind of fast forward a little. Thank you. This is just going on. You can't see much of anything yet because it was all coming through the bottom and the back. But once you start to see where we were, that's the ladder they wanted me to go down next to back of the place. Show us the things. Come on. There we go. That's okay. So this area here, where you see all this flamage. We lived. We were on the top floor, that top right front building, but it also went to the back. So in this back area here, with like all the I'm trying to is it pointing the right way? Yeah, because if you like are up towards the top, in the middle of the building, they have kind of like it's not a courtyard, but it's where all the fire escapes go down, you know, and then you can kind of get out like a little alley thing. We couldn't go down because the whole bottom of the building was on fire like that. So they're putting these ladders up. We had to go out the back window and onto the fire escape, which was like a black metal, like wrought iron thing. And then the next building was probably, it looked further than it was. It was probably no further than a couple feet, but it was a jump from standing on top of the black railing up to the next building. And I'm terrified of heights. So we had to do that first, and then they started bringing up ladders. And I just remember saying to the firefighter, like, I'm not going down that. He's like, I will throw you over my shoulder if you're going down that ladder. Did I miss someone? Is someone else here that I didn't put on? Who's here?
I couldn't do that either. Like I'm definitely afraid of heights too myself. So.
Oh my God, that was so dumb of me what I just said. What's up, good stuff? Oh, Six and Key and Peele are hilarious. They are. That skit is really funny. Good stuff. I'm showing this fire of mine. This is you guys will see me towards the end. You only see the back of me, but you see my boyfriend holding my cat. You'll probably be able to tell who I am.
But you're actually in this video.
Yeah, someone found this video. This is my apartment burning down, and you see me like out front with everybody else. Well, here we'll get there. Like this is just some crazy stuff.
Oh wow.
These were like, just like, so right here. Look, can anyone see
G.G.
this?
Allen.
G.G. Allen. This is the back door to the Rat Skeller, which was a famous punk club in Boston. I lived next door and above it. It was like the best location ever to live. You'll see a lot of stuff. This is crazy. And that was building out like from the back, basically where we lived.
How did the fire start?
They don't know.
Really?
And we tried to there's a point here where they have to evacuate because there was they evacuated because of the gas. They smelled gas. So we tried to do a class action suit, and they started demolishing the next day before anyone could file a class action. So there was some
Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely. Uh, there was a certain university that owned almost the whole rest of that area. That there were rumors that they had kept trying to buy that block, and all of a sudden, we this happened, and we couldn't file a class action suit. There wasn't no smoke alarms that went off or anything. The only reason I'm alive is because my boyfriend at the time, we slept on a futon, like on the floor, just the mat, because the frame had broken. Because we would have like wrestling matches like in college. So funny. Not just me and my boyfriend. Like our friends would. We were just idiots. But so we were like down on the floor, and the smoke was like halfway up. You know what I mean? Smoke rises. So like by the time we woke up, we were trapped. Like that's why we had to jump to the roof of the other building. It was crazy. So yeah, we wanted to try and sue, the for the no alarms and whatnot.
Is that bad?
Yeah, that's so funny with the Allen in that video. Okay, so I'm just telling other people's story a lot more. This is just the backstory trying to get smoke the fire out. These firefighters, I have such respect for. That's all I have to say. Like, the smoke was insane. I was supposed to be at work. I remember this was about like probably 4 in the morning. Well, when you see me, you'll see me coming up soon. Um, at like 4 in the morning, um, and I had to be at work at 5 a.m. I believe. I worked at Obon Pen. I was like the barista there, so I had to go like make the bagels and like get the coffee started. And it was 2 blocks from where I lived, and I walked in and I had like soot all over my face. And the manager was there, and I was like, "Do you see all that smoke right there?" Because you could see the fire was still happening. And he was like, "Yeah," because I don't think we had I didn't even have a cell phone yet. No, I didn't have a cell phone yet. I still had a beeper, I think, in those days. Um, I was like, "Yeah, that's where I live," and he gave me a $10 or $20 bill to get a cab to my boyfriend's mom's house. She's British. She lived there. It was crazy. So these firefighters were really, you know, it's all calming down. It's insane being in something like that where you're like, you have these guys are just like all headed here. Let's see. I went to college with that girl. There were a lot of girls that lived in here. But you'll see a person with pink hair. And I believe I have dead boys on the back of my jacket. I think it's right after this. I think it's right after this. It's my cameo, but you don't see my face. But you will see my cat. God, I remember that girl so well. It's like, there I am. Oh, I didn't get my jacket out. I was just my hoodie. There's me. There's Courtney.
See?
There's my cat. That's my cat. That's my ex. He's all pissed off. They used this clip, so the zoom in of my cat's face. He was just a kitten then. They used that clip on does anyone remember that show Real TV?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
So this fire was on Real TV, and the way they like dramatized it, it was like I remember them saying like 53 or 63 people were left homeless, including their pets, and they like zoomed in to that picture of my cat. I don't know if it was this guy's footage, but it was like totally the same like kind of shot. It was really funny. Oh, and Pops is here. Hello, Pops. He says, the beeper. Yes, I had a beeper. Six says wrestling matches. Good stuff says that's crazy. It is crazy to me. Like the fact that's even on there. But at least you're okay. Thank you. Good stuff. I don't know that after that fire I was traumatized by fire. Like for real. Like cause I didn't think I was scared of fire until more recently. But I think it rose. That trauma came back or something after. Because I just remember being like, oh man, like we were looking up at our place, and the next day we came back and we had they still had a ladder up to our window, and I asked because I can talk to people. I was like, I asked one of the firefighters. I was like, can you please just it's right up to my window. Can you please just see if you can see anything? Like grab anything. Is there anything left in my place? And he went up. He walked up the ladder, and he was like, oh, he's like, have a good day at work. See you. Good stuff. Stop. Thank you for stopping by. I'm talking out of order now. Oops. Yeah, there we go. He went up there and looked for us, and then he came back down, and he was like, apparently the inside had collapsed like completely down. I was like, dang, I just wanted like one anything, like anything of mine. But it was really like that fire was very like, I'm not that materialistic. Like now I've lost everything I own 3 times in my life. So to me now it's like what I have in this room is what I have, and I don't even care. I have a piano at my mom's house back home, but I don't really avidly collect things. Art maybe, but because I've lost stuff. But the biggest thing for me was number one was musical instruments, because I was going to Berklee College of Music at the time. I was a scholarship student. Like I played instruments, and when I graduated college, like my family had put together to get like a bass clarinet made for me in Paris, like a buffet. Like those, it was like the sweetest, freaking nicest like bass clarinet you would ever see. So I lost like probably $28,000 worth of like instruments between like everything that I played. I did Martin acoustic and stuff like that. And that wasn't like the end of the world because I had those insured. They're replaceable. It was still like, but the things that got to me were, I know it's silly, but like my record collection, because I'd been collecting vinyl since I was 13 years old. And Jeff, you remember like, well, in the burbs, we used to go to like Repa Records and stuff like that.
Oh,
They have one on
yeah.
South Street now, but we used to go to like Plastic Fantastic, which they also had in like Ardmore, because I grew up around that area. And then my dad lived in the city. And just go into Noise Pollution.
Oh,
Do you remember Noise Pollution?
Oh, yeah.
The owner died not too long ago, a couple of years
Really?
ago.
No,
I was so bummed. We used to hang out there as teenagers. That was like,
that's crazy.
so, it was really crazy because he was young too, like young, too young for,
Yeah, I
too
used to
young
go
to
there.
go. Yeah, I used to go there all the time. We our buddy Lon used to work there too, and like we literally would hang out there, like like when you were kids, like you would hang out on South Street, like whatever. Like
Oh yeah.
we would hang out at Noise Pollution, and he would like find stuff that we wanted, like specific things. Like you come in and he'd like pull something up from behind the counter, and you'd be like, yes, because those were the days where you couldn't just get any music.
Right.
So my vinyl is a big thing, but the thing that really got me the most that I lost in the fire was besides my pet tarantula. I know that sounds really.
Sucks.
It was just, that was whatever. I know that got to me, but it wasn't like my cat. We made sure came out. Like my cat was I was left without a bra after that. Like I literally put on what was next to me in bed because we had to get out. My cat was like in my wife beater. And do you say that term anymore? With the tank top. Do we say those terms anymore? I remember I had like scratches all over me. But I had this trunk, like a big trunk, and it was all full of pictures. Because nothing was, they were just starting to put pictures on like CD discs and stuff then, but like really, we didn't have any, like we didn't have our pictures online or anything. So like, I had toured Europe with the band. I'd gone to France as an exchange student. I had all my family pictures, like old like home videos and stuff that my mom had let me take, just everything. And we used to record each other like as teenagers doing funny things and whatnot. That was the stuff that was like the worst because you can't get that back. Those just
yeah. That
and
sucks.
yeah, so that was like the worst of it. But all the other stuff, it was like Pop says, I probably highlighted it already, but it's a humbling experience to go through a disaster like that. It is very humbling, especially when you realize when we got a new apartment after that, and we got help from the Red Cross. Gave us, I'll never forget, they gave us like $400 vouchers each to go to Sears to buy clothes, and it was like so funny because like we weren't used to going to Sears. Like I was like used to make half my stuff. I don't know, or buy it. I worked at a punk rock store at one point. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, and but then moving into the new place and like not having like anything. And then realizing like months later, it's like you're going to open a can or something. It's like, we still never bought a can opener. Like dumb stuff like that you don't even think about. Like it's like trying to remember what you had. But anyway, sorry, I went on about that a little too long. But yeah, that was on YouTube. And then there's like some other where that Gigi Allen was graffitied. That's the back of the rat. So like the front of our building, where you saw us standing and where I was showing you like our bedroom window.
They actually had a legit shrine to GGL.
Yeah, no, they had the graffiti written in the alley. I don't know if you noticed it when they were doing the fire thing. So that front block is in Kenmore Square. The front of the building to the left of where they were showing, that used to be the Rat Cellar. That was a famous punk club in Boston. But you also had the Rat Cellar also went through to the back. And in the back, you entered for the downstairs. The front was 21 plus. It was the upstairs area and the bar. And then downstairs, they did all ages shows. I saw a ton of shows there. I saw the Dropkick Murphys first show ever there, which is funny. I'm trying to think. I saw like Cox Bar there, a whole bunch of like older punk bands and stuff like that. But we just used to hang out there all the time. And then when I got that apartment, it was the coolest place ever to live because we were right there. So like people would come up and drink, the underagers and stuff. And we used to just hang out in that back alley before shows. Like it would be like full of like all the punks and the Stings and the whatever.
Interesting. It sounds a whole lot like the late '90s Portland punk scene used to.
I'm
to
sure
be.
it's very, yep. I'm sure it's very similar because it's all the, but back then also like I feel like all the punk scenes were like so like tight knit. Like you were like more into like the hardcore scene, but it was still right, Jeff. Jerf.
Yeah.
Like, but we were still all tight knit. Like everybody knew each other. It's not necessarily that you would be like. There was definitely in Philly. There was definitely a little bit of separation. Not for me because I had kind of friends across. I think once it hit a certain time, things started to separate more. But if you're a certain age or older, like we were all just friends back in the day.
Right. Yeah.
Like I mean, no one even cared.
Late '90s, it was like every band was like interconnected and tight with each other. Like there wasn't.
It's true.
That's why they call it a scene. Like everyone just
Yep.
hung out with each other.
That's why it was so easy to do my punk night in Philly. I did like a Monday night punk night, and I had so many connections just from it was just from being in the punk scene, really. Like people, then people like, and if you go to like, I don't know, back then if you like went to another city, you would automatically just talk to people if they were like into punk. Like nowadays, I would never just randomly go up to someone and be like, "Oh, like you look like you're cool," and like, "Do you punk rock?" It was the same way, like even internationally, like at that time, because we had just gotten back from England and we had gone to this like it was called Holidays in the Sun. It was like this punk festival that they did. We went 2 years in a row in Morecambe, England, and like we would go because it was like all the old UK bands and stuff that you would never see live. So for us, it was like, oh my gosh, we can go see like Vice Squad played and like like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But even going there, you would like meet people. Like I still talk to people online now that I met back then, and we were like pen pals at the time. It's like how it is.
That's great. Now people just shoot each other.
Oh my god.
It's
Dude,
just like-
Philly is like, I couldn't believe it when I was back there. Like, well, I've been back since then, but I was back. I went back to live in like I lived in like the Poconos randomly for a little bit when I was going through my divorce, just to like get away. And I remember I went in. I went just in to see a friend, probably Pete or someone. I don't know. But I went into Center City, and there was a time in my 20s when I was doing my punk night where I also worked for like a financial company. So I worked in like one of the Liberty buildings, like well, it was one of the newer ones. It wasn't Liberty 1 or 2. I forget what they called that building now. But we were on the 38th floor. But that area used to be so nice. Like that area where that is, or like the Liberty Place in Philly. Laszlo, to like compare it to something, it was like the business district, but they also had like Rittenhouse Square, which had all the like bougie kind of stores, and like they had a nice park, and they had like anywhere you went to lunch was like a nice restaurant. You know what I mean? Like you weren't gonna see like, I don't know. It was just a nice area. I went to meet someone at 30th Street Station, and then I went to walk back to where we were staying in Philly because we had to get an Airbnb in Philly because the person I was with had the thing, and I was immunosuppressed, so I had to be out of the house. I went to walk home, back to the Airbnb, and it was just from like It was a walk I would have never, ever thought anything of. Walking down Market Street or JFK, I think it was Market. It was like complete. I was scared. I used to walk around North Philly at 4 a.m. and like not be scared. And I was scared like in the nice area, It's crazy. Oh, here she is. Miss America. Just kidding. What's up, girlfriend? Oh, your green screen's so funny because it doesn't even fill out the whole thing.
I know. I had to figure the whole thing out. It wasn't working right. So it's just green because you're not going to see behind me.
Try and do the background. Does it work?
It does, but it kind of like, I don't know. Hold on. Okay, so.
By the way, this is, did you meet already, Ashley? Ashley, this is Jerf.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ashley.
Ashley's a Delco girl. You can hear her. She talks like my parents.
I mean, I guess I do have an accent. Sometimes like, where are you from? I'm like, why? Like, cause you talk, you have a nice accent.
No, you totally have it's like the South Philly Delco, just tri-state area kind of accent. That's like how my whole family talks.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't have an accent at all anymore because I've been in Colorado. But when I worked at the high school, which was 2014, the vice principal was like, "You're from Philly," and I was like,
"How'd you guess?"
I was like, I don't even say water anymore. Like I actually say water now because like I'm sick of getting made fun of.
Water.
You could tell me
water.
I always said water.
I don't know if you're growing up. Tomato.
Like this, a forehead. Like not many people call this a forehead. Did you see me tell off Puma Fist in the chat today?
No, I actually had to go into work. I was so mad.
What's up, five head or something? And I was like, why don't you show your fucking face?
I had to go into work, and I was like,
I was defending her.
But listen, it is 6:53. I forgot I gotta wake my daughter up at 6:30. So,
I know. I was going to remind you. I thought that's why you left before. Okay, take us on a drive.
I will.
Look at the moon.
I'm wearing a dress today.
I wore a dress yesterday.
Well, I'm not standing up right now because I'll fall off my bed, but I'll be back.
All right. Bye, honey.
I wore a dress yesterday, but no, wiser one hire me.
That's hot. Just saying, that's hot.
They're comfortable. I don't judge.
Why can't a guy wear a dress and sell Bud Light?
Jerf has that beautiful hair. I feel like Jerf could pull off a dress too. You do a nice hairdo.
I have to say, Jerf has really nice hair. Like, no, you're looking pretty good there. I like it.
I like the hair.
Oh, thank you.
One thing I'm bummed about is now because I have gray hairs, I dye my hair obviously. No, this is natural. But one thing I regret is always dyeing my hair because I never let it grow out. No, I was a blonde as a kid. Actually, my mom's a redhead. But the older I got, I do have the redhead gene, very obviously. Like I get freckly, and the older I got, my hair turned more red. Not like this red, but obviously. My mom was my mom was like a true redhead. I think I have a picture right here. I think. I have a really cool picture of her back in the day. This is her back in the day.
My beard turns red during the summer. But
Red beard.
Yeah, it's just
that was my mom's hair color. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that a cool picture? All the the red motorcycle.
The red and the red pants.
Yeah, I love that picture.
That's awesome.
We used that. We got that picture blown up for her. Oh my god! I almost hit remove. What am I doing here? Okay. She just had her 70th birthday last year, and we had it that picture blown up into a big poster thing. Awesome picture of her. She's a badass.
I would definitely motorboard that shit during a Leonard Skinner concert back in
My mom's so funny. She was she married my dad. They were high school sweethearts, and my dad was total hippie. My dad took me to apparently I don't even know how many Grateful Dead concerts. There's itty bitty, and then in from middle school to high school because he was on vacation for a while during my youth. He took me and my best friend who was a punk rocker too. It was his bonding thing with us, and we would go to Grateful Dead shows all punk rocked out, the socks, type of thing. But actually, I'm kind of glad that I got to go see them because it was history. And then I ended up being in San Francisco the day Jerry died. and I was on walking up Haight Street, and all the hippies were crying in the park, and I was like, "What's going on? Why is everybody crying?" And they're like, "Jerry died." I'll never forget. I went and got $4.25 in quarters. That's how much it was to call on the payphone, and I called my dad because like the news didn't hit that quick back then. That was like 1995. I was like doing a semester at Stanford University or something. It was like a jazz program, but I'll never forget getting all those quarters, and it was like for a minute or something, and telling my dad. My dad was so bummed. I was like, "Dad, Jerry Garcia's dead." And he's like, "What?"
No. I was like 10 years old when Jerry Garcia died, so like it's
Yeah,
not like
I was in high school. I was doing like a summer. It was the summer before my senior year.
mhm.
So yeah, 95 because I graduated in 96 and started college in 96. Yeah. Were you Jerf, were you like you don't have to say what town you were from, but like what county or whatever? Were you a in Philadelphia kid or were you surrounding area or
No, like I was like, if you know, are you familiar with Camden, New Jersey?
yes. My brother
Yeah.
was in Camden County. That place is not fun. Um
That's I live in Camden County, so that like I actually was born in Camden County.
nice. Camden
So
is so much nicer now, though.
I worked at the
oh
Tweeter
yeah.
Center when it was the Tweeter Center. Sorry to cut you off.
I remember the Tweeter Center. I totally remember the Tweeter Center. Um I remember I worked a couple things over there. I worked the X Games they used to do over in Camden.
Nice. Yeah.
I was Matt Hoffman's assistant one year, and then
Oh, that's
Tony
awesome.
Hawk's another year, which is cool. Um, and then the Vans Warped Tour. They used to always have this. So like all my friends from that I was friends in college with, like the Unseen, like they were all on Vans, like Warped Tour by then. So it was fun to go like be backstage and feel like you're cool at Warped Tour. I took like all my younger siblings one year. It was funny, like all four little sisters, and it was like they were so stoked. They were so stoked.
You did the Warped Tour thing for a few years, like traveled or
No, I didn't travel for Warped Tour, but anywhere I was, I kind of had because I had a booking company, I could basically get into any show anywhere for a while. You just kind of get those connections, and I could get other people connections. Like when I first moved to Steamboat Springs here, nobody like believed me. They were like, "Yeah, right, the Dropkick Murphys." I'm like, "Okay, well, here you go, Chip. I'm not even going to the show, but when you get there, tell them your name." And they were like, "Holy shit, we had VIP passes and everything." I'm like, "Told you I can get hookups. It's just how it is when you're in that industry. It's not like I'm not trying to brag, but I was doing it for other people, just
Mhm.
because it's a cool experience for people that haven't done stuff like that, especially,
Yeah, but it's funny when people don't believe you. Like, oh, okay.
The best was my ex-husband actually, because I married a hippie. Like he was all into like hippie stuff. He wasn't into punk stuff, and I had taken him to see the Unseen when they came and played in Denver, and that was like he called it his torture or whatever. And so the next time we went to Denver, we were going to see Steve Kimmock or something, which was someone he liked, and he took me to this bar called Sancho's. Sancho's I call it Sancho's, but I think they say Sancho's. Sancho's Broken Arrow on Colfax, and it's a Grateful Dead bar. Like literally, like they only have anything Jerry Garcia or Grateful Dead related on the jukebox in the entire thing. And I remember thinking like it would be kind of cool because I could take pictures for my dad or something, whatever. We go in there, and I was like, this is a Grateful Dead bar. It turns out that Megadeth and Mastodon and High on Fire were playing right next door at I think that's the Fillmore, right? The one that's right next to it. Fillmore or Ogden, whatever the one that's right there on the corner. And so we sit at the bar, and this person comes in to get a drink standing next to me, and then there's this guy like sitting there, and it was just full of rockers. You know what I mean? Like I felt like totally just in my like zone. And my ex had never believed anything about like my punk night or whatever, but it made a coffee table book. Like it's like it became a pretty big deal for a little shitty night on South Street. And he never really like believed me. He used to just be like, "Oh, okay." And I'm sitting there, and the guy next to me turns and he's like, "Where? I know you." And he was like, "Down in Flames Punk Night." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, I was like, and then I realized who it was. I was like, "Darren?" I was like, "What the hell are you doing here?" He was guitar teching for Mastodon because his brother's in Mastodon. And then the guy next to him was Chris from High on Fire. It just turned out that we all knew each other. And my ex was just sitting there like he wasn't his hippies like anything, and I was talking to everyone. And that's when he's like, "Okay, you're not full of shit." I was like, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just, but those are examples, like, and people are like, people never believe me. It used to be the worst when I was a teacher, because like the kids would have like Dropkick Murphys or like Unseen or like the Casualties, like, or the Virus or something like on their jackets. I'd be like, that's like in my head, I'm like, that's my ex-boyfriend's band, and like this, and I want to like, and I'm like, you like the Unseen? That's awesome. Like, I hung out with those kids, and they'd be like, yeah, right. Like they wouldn't believe. And I'd be like, I wish I could show you. I'm actually really cool.
Courtney, one question. It's more of an obscure guy, but he used to be in the Philadelphia scene. Are you familiar with Adam and his package?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. I know he would say yes too. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Cause I was huge into him back in the late '90s.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There were a couple like Philly area bands too that got pretty big. Like Bloodhound Gang, they were from like Westchester, weren't they? I want to say. Jeff, do you know?
I'm not sure.
They did that. They had that big hit like let's do it like they did on the Discovery Channel. What is it? You ain't me, baby, ain't nothing but something like that. Yeah, something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
They were from there, and then there was like another band, Kid Dynamite, ended up getting really big.
Oh yeah, Kid Dynamite.
Yeah, I can't remember that. I hung out with that one guy a lot, and I can't remember his name. Eric?
The guitarist?
Yeah.
Dan Yemin?
Yeah, okay, yes. Now you're reminding me of who everyone is, actually.
He was also in Lifetime, which I'm like a huge fan of.
Lifetime was also.
Yeah. Bloodhound Gang was from Collegeville, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Collegeville.
Yeah.
Still not far.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a bunch, but the Boston bands are really the ones that like kind of got big, especially Dropkick Murphys. I mean, I remember we could not believe it because they played that show at the Rat they were playing with my boyfriend's band. Like they were on the same bill, and people were kind of laughing at them because they were saying like from the streets of Boston, and people were like, no, you're a townie, you're from Charlestown, like you're not from Boston. And then like we went to that Holidays in the Sun that summer. There was a summer that everything burned down when we had just come back, and the whole place was packed. Like, and the Dropkick Murphys were playing, and we were like, what the? It was seriously like a 6-month period or something. We're like, how did they become so huge? And now they're like larger than anything. I don't even know if I have those connects at this point anymore because they're so big. You know what I mean? But I did still when I first moved to Colorado. It was fun. I don't know. It was fun getting people like tickets and stuff because a lot of people from that area, like, they never got to see bands like that, like ever. Like, bands don't even come through the town that I used to live in, Steamboat. The only 2 punk bands that ever came through there were Agent Orange, oddly enough, used to play there a bunch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Super Suckers.
Nice.
And once in a blue moon, I think Rev Fortin Heat. I just saw, who did I see? One Man Show, The Bad Touch. How are you doing? We're just chilling. Not much is going on. I was supposed to be having girl talk with Ashley, but she was a little held up, and then
I gotta get my daughter ready for school, and she's evil.
She's kind of evil. Your daughter's adorable.
She's evil. She's just like me.
She's a mini version of her.
Evil in the morning. She's awful.
Yeah. She is a mini version of you.
It's awful.
She
I don't like it.
Doesn't break anymore.
Thank God.
It's so funny. I remember when my mom told me, because my mom I'm the oldest of 9, but like my mom had 4 Then my dad had 2 more, and then there's like 3 steps. So it's like the Brady Bunch on crack, pretty much. But
Okay.
that's what we call people. That's what I tell people. But when my mom told me, she was like, because my girlfriend was having a baby. It was a boy. And my mom was like, "Oh, you're fine. Boys are easy." She said, "Girls are impossible." And Ashley has she has a boy, and now
My
a younger
son is
girl.
golden.
Yeah, she's like, girls.
Grade 8 student, and like golden child. My daughter. Yeah, no.
We push our moms. Yeah,
That's the first week she was at school. I got called by the school like 4 times.
I was like that as a kid too, which is so funny because that was when I was like really, really young. After that, I could get away with anything I wanted only because I got good grades and I was good at music. Like
my mom
that's
worked
all my
at
parents
school.
cared about.
Yeah, I did all the sports, so I was good at all the sports, so my school liked me for that. But I pretty much ran my school. But my mom worked
Yeah.
at the librarian. She was a lunch lady, a recess lady. You know what I mean? She kept an eye on me. So
It's really
That'd be
interesting that
awesome.
one of the schools, I won't say the name obviously, but one of the schools that Ashley went to, my dad went to back
I
in
don't
the
care
day.
what you say. I don't care. I don't care.
It was like a Catholic school. It's so funny.
I got kicked out of there too. It wasn't nice.
Yeah, because my dad didn't.
Or mean. Mean. They're just mean.
Yeah, I've heard stories, especially from his day, like from all my aunts and uncles about that place.
When I hit 4th grade, I had a nun teacher, and the nun teacher is the same one that my older brother had too, as well. And she said, "Ashley Lynn, you are lucky because I used to beat your brother all the time. You know, with the ruler and stuff. You know, with the yardsticks or whatever from back in the day. They were allowed to do that. The nuns were allowed to beat you."
Oh, my dad and my uncles talk about that.
Thank God I was.
My uncles didn't go there actually. Sorry. Well, some of my uncles did. They're from a big family, but I have twin uncles. My twin uncles had a special scholarship, and they went to Delaware to the school that Biden went to, whatever that school's called. They got like scholarship to that
I'm not
school.
going to get into that. But
They're smarty pants. They're identical twin uncles, and they still look identical. One's just a little heavier. It's so weird how like identical twins work. Sorry, I'm putting together my dinner that I never ate, and it's like breakfast time now.
that's all right. I think I'm changing again because it's a little cold out there to be wearing a dress.
It got cold here. It was like 80 degrees, and then it was 80 degrees and then 70 for like a couple of days. It was awesome. And now last night it was down to like it's probably like in the 30s right now. It was cold yesterday. But see, I can't go to sleep because in 3 hours I have to go to the DMV to get my car registered. I got a car, and I've been driving around with nothing, not even like a temporary plate on the back. It's just like no license plates at all.
I don't understand.
That's punk.
I haven't been pulled over once.
You're still punk rock.
Yo, you better knock on wood right now. Knock on wood, please.
Knock on wood, I know. I did.
Knock on wood. I'm not playing.
did.
Knock on wood.
I just did.
Thank you.
Hear it? I'm like, just trying to put my salad together first.
I'll play that shit.
One Man Show says,
No, I can't see.
too early to tell what kind of day it's going to be. Thanks for asking.
Oh, I can tell.
How
I
was
can
your
tell.
yesterday? One Man Show, then. How was your yesterday? All right. So,
Inquiry. What did you get kicked out of Catholic school for?
I think the one dude had it in for me. His name was Mr. Stratz, and I used to get demerits every time I saw him. He would give me 5 demerits in one shot, and in 5 demerits, you got a Saturday detention. But my skirt would be too short, my shirt was unbuttoned, did that. I had another shirt, like a tank top underneath. I had writing up and down my arms, My socks were too low because we were supposed to wear knee highs. I didn't like the knee highs. I didn't do that. I lost my faith for real when my mom died. My mom died in 8th grade when I was in Catholic school. They kind of just passed me because I was failing theology. And, in Catholic school, if you fail theology, you don't get to move on. So they just kind of passed me because they felt bad.
that's a horrible thing to go through in 8th grade. Ever it is, but I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I got booted for having sex with all the nuns.
No,
Did you really? I didn't even go to touch the nuns I had. I was an altar girl, though.
My dad was an altar boy.
Can you resist this face? No, nobody can.
Yeah, my dad he calls himself a recovering Catholic. My brother and I we were raised Quaker because my mom was raised Quaker, and my dad was all about that because Quakers are conscientious objectors. So he liked the fact that like his son would never have to be drafted to war legally because he almost went to he was almost drafted to Nam. So
Oh wow.
yeah, he
I think I'm
just
more of
missed
a
it.
Catholic Wiccan. Like, maybe not. I don't know. I believe in Mother Earth, and I also believe in the God of Thunder and the God of Lightning. You know what I mean? But I also believe that there is God and Jesus and all that stuff. You know what I mean? I believe each religion kind of has their truth behind it in their own way. You know what I mean?
Mm.
That's what I believe.
I think all religions are kind of based on the same
They
thing
are.
in a
Yeah.
sense. So that's why I don't really. People can be spiritual or religious in whatever way they need to be, as long as they're not hurting people. You know,
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
true.
judge.
What's your religion du jour? I feel like Hinduism right now.
Me?
Du jour of the day, religion of the day. Quakers accept anyone into their meeting houses, so I
Really?
stick with my Quakers. Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Bring
quacks.
me. Let's see if they accept me.
They accept you. No, they really do. They like my. I have family members that are have been in certain situations where they can't get normal jobs and stuff like that. Quakers believe in like people being rehabilitated and like they help those people get like find jobs and stuff. I don't know. It's a really cool kind of like hippie-ish
I mean, I found a
religion.
job,
If
but
you're a liberal Quaker, there's Orthodox Quakers. They're a little different, but I don't know anything about them. So
Interesting.
like we don't have a preacher or anything. I mean, you just go to it's called Friends Meeting House. And you go and you sit in silence, and then if you want to stand up and talk at the end of the meeting, you can. And it used to remind me of Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy that used to be on Saturday Night Live. If anybody remembers that, you get a random like old lady stand up and just be like, "Last night I looked at the moon, and it was pretty." And she'd sit down, and you're just like, I would always think Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy when I was a teenager, right? Sitting there.
That's funny.
But I never had to get
that's
dressed nice or anything. I would go in like my
mean.
fishnets and Doc Martens and stuff, and like they just accepted you.
I
They,
had
yeah.
I love their shoes.
One man show says yesterday was a status quo day. Water line still broken. Oh, I didn't even know it was broken. That stinks. Foundation still sinking, but less quickly. Did get my car insurance renewed for 6 months, so there's that. I did that too. Well, I got my vehicle added onto my car. I just got a new car, guys, but it's a used car, but it's my own car. Since I was married for I was either married or with my ex for almost 17 years. So I had been driving ever since I quit drinking. I had the truck because he still drank. And I missed that truck so much. And I haven't had my own vehicle since I left. So now I'm driving the ugliest color. I don't care. But a 2011 Ford Escape. It's awesome. Totally stoked about it. And I finally got insurance on it, but I don't have I have to go today to get the I think I didn't even know what I was supposed to do. I think I have to get the title transferred and registration and tags. Does that sound right? Am I forgetting something?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
License.
I have a license. I got the license.
I'm a professional pedestrian, so honestly, I don't care like which color the car comes in. If it drives,
I'm now the designated driver for life. I love it actually. Like
Yeah.
I get so mad if someone's gonna like if they don't call me. You know what I mean? I'm like I am always awake. Like when I was still living in Steamboat. I'm more talking about because here I don't really know that many people, but I'm always like, I'll be your DD. So
I ain't got a license, but
Deep digging. Sorry.
did you did you did you did you have a license and get it taken away, Laszlo? Or do you mind me asking? I'm sorry if that's too much.
No, I've never actually had or got a driver's license at all.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know
that's
people
great.
like that. Are you like
It's
that too, Jeff?
No,
So
I
you-
wish I was.
Oh,
It's a nice way to say I'm a loser.
No,
you're not a lo-
you're making a less carbon footprint on the planet,
Oh,
in my
yeah,
opinion.
That
You don't
makes me
necessarily need a license to drive, though.
a little bit better.
Just if you get caught. Just saying.
I drove without a license for years because my dad taught me to drive when I was 12.
Me too. I learned to drive on a 87 Chevy Suburban. And the entire time that I owned my tow truck company, I had a suspended license. No kidding, huh?
That's so funny.
I used to drive my tow trucks everywhere.
For a tow truck, do you need like a special license?
No,
CDL?
not for the ones because I was underweight. Now, say if I had like a 3-car carrier or some 3 or 4-car carrier, tow truck, then yes, I would. It all depends on the weight class of your vehicle.
Yeah, I remember
Like
because
a regular rollback, like a 22-foot with like a 22-foot bed or something like that. No, you don't. I had a Freightliner. It was a sexy beast. Oh.
I've never heard a tow truck called sexy, but I bet you made it sexy. Bet you did.
I'll have to send you a picture. It was sexy. I don't care who you are. It was sexy.
I don't care about Class A, Class C, Class B. I just like step in and just like start driving. You know.
Yeah, I'll drive anything. The bigger the better.
No, I remember the weight limit thing. Or I know it more by the passengers because when I was director for like the city for that. It was like I was the T-Rec director, but we did the summer camp stuff, and they wanted me to get my CDL to drive we used to call it the White Whale, but it was a big white school bus to drive the kids for like different events for summer camp. I didn't want to do it because I was so afraid. That's precious cargo that you're driving. I was like so afraid, and so instead, I still ended up having to drive kids, but I could only drive I could drive 13 passenger vans. I think it was 13 was the limit. Once you get to 15 passenger, you need like a CDL or something. So they still made me like completely have to like crap my pants every time I got in a vehicle with kids. I was so afraid because you'd be driving around because the camp wasn't just in the summer. Like we used to do after school action and stuff in the wintertime, and there's snow, tons of snow everywhere there. So like I grew up in Philly. I'm not a snow driver, you know. I would like
What? Why not?
Driving.
You don't plow the streets. You have to know how to drive.
My mom is the best driver in the snow.
I love driving.
I'll never forget having to like get up at like 7 a.m. to go to on a Saturday to go to like all state band. We had to go to like Lower Marion High School and get like bused from there, and driving in my first like snowstorm or whatever. And going down like Writersville Road, and it was just like, I remember I was like I didn't crash or anything, but I was just like frozen stiff, like white knuckling it the rest of the way.
I'd be scared to death though, like especially the cargo you got like in the back. Like, yeah, I couldn't do that.
Put them in, strap them up.
I now understand like why bus drivers yelled at us all the time when we were kids, and we were like awful on school buses. I was like a freaking dictator. Like when I drove any kids around, I was like everybody. Like there's no loud noises. Like seatbelts on. You know, like I had them. They would line up quietly. You know, before they were allowed to get on. Like I was pretty good with discipline anyway, without being a jerk actually,
But you probably got like a little bit Chris Farley there.
I may have. I used to use dumb things from like pop culture all the time when I taught. Like I remember when I first started teaching was when Austin Powers was big. So I used to be like, zip it, zip it. Like it's so stupid. The kids thought it was so funny. That was in like 2000, I think, was the first year.
It's still funny now.
It's so funny. The kids used to love it. And then, you'd have like teachers. I'll never forget the first time I heard a teacher say this because I really thought that she was going to say what it sounds like. The first time I heard a teacher go, "Shut the front door," and I was like, like right as she was saying it, I was like, oh my God. I won't say things like that because I still think they sound too much like I don't know, or I'm afraid I'll slip maybe saying that.
me and my gang of kids back in 6th grade uh, uh, got into a lot of trouble. Um,
My brother was that was the age my brother got in trouble. A lot of trouble. What did you do?
I didn't do shit. I was the good kid, but this one bad kid I was really tight with, Kevin Miller. Uh, like he said, shut the door, and then he shuts the door, but he slams it so hard that it breaks the glass. Which is- and he doesn't know what the fuck to do after that, so he just like fucking bolts and runs for it because he knows he's in trouble. He got suspended, like the whole 9 yards. But he shut the door, but uh, broke the door at the same time.
My brother did worse than that. He got kicked out of the public schools, and then they sent him to My dad sent him to Haverford Prep. My dad was a hippie, and my brother had like the skater hair, like long, kind of like we were both like blondies, but I dyed my hair already by that point. But my dad didn't think they wouldn't let you have hair below like your collarbone. It was like prep school, like they had to wear a suit and tie. My dad didn't think he should have to cut his hair. My dad actually bought him like a real hair Peter Brady looking wig that he wore to school every day. And it's like, Dad, you're the whole reason. Like, first of all, my brother's getting in trouble for what he got in trouble for because he learned it from watching you. I'm pretty sure. Um, and now you're like teaching him how to get around like the rules, but like sending him to a school to get rules. Like it's like so ridiculous. And meanwhile, I got like straight A's. I should have gotten in trouble. I only got in trouble like once. Like they found out I had cut school every Wednesday, like 3/4 of the way through the year. Because I would take the R5 down to meet my boyfriend who lived in the city. He went to Temple every Wednesday. That was like his day off. And I didn't get caught till like, they didn't call the schools, right? They didn't call home back then. They started calling home when you were absent after a certain point. And I got caught because then they were like, my mom was like, no, she's at school. And they're like, oh, by the way, she hasn't been here any Wednesday this entire year. I was so busted. So pissed.
Okay, Courtney, have you ever been in one of my situations, writing a fake note saying that
I did
you're
it all the time. All the time. I used to fake every. I knew my parents' signatures. Like, well, I don't think my dad ever even wrote a note. So, like, I had a dad's signature that they knew. Like, if he wrote a note, they probably wouldn't think it was.
so yours actually passed. Like I got caught the first time I tried to do that shit.
Oh, you. I all the time I did it because I used to. I was like kind of known as like the. I don't know. When you get like the deemed something as a kid, like I was known as like the talented musician or whatever. Like even like in elementary school, I used to go to the middle school and play piano for like the orchestra and stuff like that. Well, so in high school, I used to be able to get out of gym class. I just it's not that I didn't like to do like exercise. I just didn't like gym class by going to the band room because I like would go be practicing for like all stakes or whatever. And I used to even forge the teacher's signature. And I told him, I eventually told him, I was like, I think I'm going to get in trouble because I wrote a note from you. And he's like, I just write you a note. I said, yeah, but you weren't here. And he was like, all right. He covered for me. He was like, totally cool.
It's okay, man.
Yeah. And my mom was so funny when I got busted for that, like cutting all those Wednesdays or whatever. She was like, she never grounded me. She's like, you're grounded. You can't leave the house. I'm like, okay, can I have people over? And she's like, okay. I had a huge party. I had all these, like, I invited all these, like, older dudes from, like, the city.
It's not really being grounded.
I know. My mom didn't even care. She was so, like, she tried really hard to, like, I had strict rules when I was, like, younger. But by the time she had like a couple more kids, like she gave up on like my brother below me had like no rules, It was like it was funny. Plus my mom was like never around. I was like kind of the parent for like the three that were there when I was in the house. So Once I had my driver's license, my mom was like, "Okay, you take her to dance, pick up here, and then you're going to your set." Because I had to go to settlement music school at nighttime. She ran me like a freaking whatever. She ran me hard with everything I had to get done.
Okay, but
She
you
was
were
trying to keep
basically,
me out of trouble.
but you basically had to be big sister for a while.
Oh yeah, I was mom. I always tell my mom that. I'm like, Mom, why do you think I never had kids young enough? And then by the time like I could have kids, like I can't because I'm on like chemo stuff. Like it's just funny. I'm like, there's a reason for that. Like I had to watch your kids. I used to get so mad in high school. I used to be like, I'm not the one that had all these kids, Mom. It's not fair. But my one brother actually, like the Philly punk scene kind of knew him. He was actually, we started a band with him singing when he was 8 years old called Vinny and the Panty Sniffers. That would never get away today. You would never get away with that today. But we shaved a mohawk. We had a song called She's So Ugly. It was with, you might know who this person is. Jeff. Jerf. Do you know who George is? They called him Toothless George after a while because he lost his teeth. But he used, back in the day, he was in a band called the Halflings, and now in the Chinese Revolution, was another band. And then he did Toothless George in his one-man band. Later on, he was in the Teen Idols for a little. He was in, I don't know. You might know if you saw him, but it was him. He was in the band, and then Matt and the drummer, or Matt was the drummer from the Teen Idols, were with us too. It's funny.
The name sounds familiar.
Well, I can't say his last name, but I won't do that here.
Long story.
If you look up Toothless George and his one man band, probably even on Facebook, you could probably see who I'm talking about.
I'm actually looking at.
He's been around for a while. He was my boyfriend in high school.
Oh,
he
really?
was in Percocets. Yeah. He was in that band. He was. His band played. I booked a battle of the bands at my high school, the first one ever with my girlfriend, and his band played, and he dropped his pants. And my principal, whose name was Mr. Seaman, imagine being a high school principal with that name, just went over and pulled his pants up while he continued to play guitar. It was awesome.
That's kind of fun.
He was a former pro skateboarder too, according to this article.
He was a bro. He is a skater, but I'm a skater. I'm not anymore, really, but he's got a really cool skateboard. Sent to me from a band I played in.
Okay, I'll be back in when I get back in my car.
All right, tell the little that I said hi.
She's here. Evil little thing. She is. Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right.
Bye.
Actually, I gotta jump off. I gotta get ready for my dentist appointment.
What? I mean, the whole 1 or 2 people watching us. It's like a huge. Are you have a dentist appointment? I had one yesterday and they canceled on me. And they canceled my eye doctor the day before. I have to go to the dentist so bad. I have to do that today. Rebook mine. Good luck.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
Are you going for a cleaning, or do you have to get anything done?
It's just for a cleaning.
Nice.
Yeah. But thank you for having me on your show.
Anytime.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we were just bored. I was like, come on and hang out. There's something to do.
Yeah.
People that are up. So
Right on.
I'll see you around.
The weird guy in the cowboy hat. He's gonna miss me.
It's nice to meet you, Laszlo. Have a great day, all of you. Take care.
If you want to promote anything, you are welcome to before you go.
Just my channel. If anyone's interested in karaoke, you can go to my YouTube channel. It's right under my name. That's my link right there, and you can check out the songs I have. And if you have any requests, I'll be happy to make them as well. So that's it.
Empty orchestra.
I didn't mean to put you on total blast. I just wanted people to be able to see your link. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's all cool.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
All right.
So I had to see it.
Yeah.
Later, Jerf. I want to hear you sing again soon. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
right.
Definitely.
All right, cool. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by. Have
Thank
fun.
you. Take care.
Bye.
Peace.
Editor.
Peace.
He said,
He's such a nice guy. He really is.
"Yeah, I like him a lot."
I'm sorry, I'm chewing in the mic now. I was muting, but
Well, no, I was actually curious, like what you're eating.
really just a. It's from Safeway. It's the Asian chicken salad or
Uh,
whatever.
okay.
Do you know they stopped having these? They did not sell these at Safeway. It used up in Steamboat Springs for like a year during the pandemic. And I was like, did they really stop selling Asian salad? Like, that's so
Yeah,
stupid.
I've never done like Safeway's Asian salad, but like one thing I did miss was their it wasn't like General Tso's chicken, but it was like something very similar. And they don't do that anymore. And it's like that's the only thing I got on like $5 Fridays or whatever.
They did used to have that. You could just get the chicken pieces, right? Is that what you're talking about? Like,
Yeah,
you could get them in the tub and stuff?
yeah,
Yeah, those were good.
yeah. They don't have that many more though. So, like,
See, where I am right now, like, I live in a room. Like, this is like, it's an old Airbnb room. Like, this is like literally where I exist. I mean, it's an old house. Sorry, it's an old house turned into an Airbnb.
yeah.
But this house was built in like 1899. But everything I own is like in this room, so I don't have access to a kitchen. I have like a little fridge, and then downstairs there's a microwave. Now
What
this
about bathroom and
I
shower?
share it with the two other rooms if they're occupied.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a huge thing for me in the beginning, but there weren't. They're not. The rooms aren't always occupied, so and I have like a different schedule than most people, so I haven't really had a problem with getting in there. And like right now, the room next to me, the girl's been there for like a month too. So like it's not like in and out people, you know.
Hmm. But
Um,
you still you well you kind of get to know people that live there.
I don't really, to be honest.
Really?
I'm nice, but like when I'm at home, I'm like a loner. That's just how I am.
No, I'm the
But
same.
the people downstairs, like the owners, I get along with very well.
Hmm.
Um, because when I showed up, it was like a weird sign, like I was meant to be here, or something. Because I moved, I finally left, like moved out from like where I was living with my husband, where I had been moved out, but had to go back for like some other stuff. And I came down here, and I didn't know anybody, and I was like, I picked a town that I'd never been to, and I just got an Airbnb. And when I pulled in, the first thing I saw in the back on the garage, like we're downtown, but they have like an alley with like the back alley you can come in for their garage. And it said Grateful Dead parking only. And I'm thinking, my dad would love this, you know, so I'm thinking whatever. And then I came in really late night. And then the next morning I met the couple that owns the place. And I saw the woman from outside my window. She was outside like gardening, and she looked like my mom from behind. Like she had this like long, just grayish, like blondish hair. My mom never cut her hair either. Like, you know, old people are supposed to cut their hair and whatnot. And my mom loves to garden. And I went down and I went to introduce myself. And it turns out that she used to do the same job that I did, a teacher working with children with special needs. We had like the same like job. And then I met her dog, and her dog's name was Iggy Pup. I'm obsessed with Iggy Pop. I'm like, your dog is Iggy Pop. Like, there are all these things. And I was like, I'm meant to be here. And I was only going to stay here, excuse me, originally for like a week. And they like took me in. Like I told, you know, she knew my story. She was just very empathetic. She's a sweetheart. And yeah, I've been here since October, but they're selling the house. So I have to be out on June 23rd. And so far, I have 1 month of an Airbnb booked because I don't know where to go yet. Um,
Sorry, I didn't know.
There's no access to a kitchen. Are you a hot plate person? No. I don't eat very normally. First of all, just because like to be able to eat, I have to like have like gummies or you know like edibles and stuff like that because I don't get much of an appetite because of my meds. But I pretty much like exist off of like fruit and salads and easy things like bad guilty pleasures, which are like Uncrustables. It's the most chemi processed thing you could possibly eat, but I love them. And stuff I can throw in the microwave, or I just go and get something. I go to like Whole Foods and get like it's more expensive, but like the prepared meals. I've tried a couple things. Like it just takes so much time to put things together. Like I can get it done, with what I have and stuff, but it takes so much time. And then my room's a mess. I don't have like an area to do it. But they're gone since I'm watching the police this week. I have full access to downstairs, so I'm going to the store tomorrow to buy some stuff to actually cook because I miss making real food.
Well, that really sucks. You have an appetite problem because I have the same thing too, but it's I'm an alcoholic, so
Yeah, I used to be like that. I used to never eat when I drank. Also, never. So
that's what stops me from drinking is when I realize like, oh shit, like I need to like eat food and like take care of myself and like not. So
it's
that's
it's crazy. People don't realize like I guess it's all the calories that or I don't know, like I just couldn't eat after a while, but I was really, really bad. Really bad. And like my ex would eat like 2 bites of food. After I quit drinking, I would notice like 2 bites of food and he'd be like, well, I had 2 crackers. And I'm like, God, I used to be like that too. That's not enough. Like not enough food at all.
I find I'm more of like a nighttime feeder. Like I don't eat anything during the day, but like at night, then like I just start. I'll go wild. I'm like, you know,
It
turn me
catches
super.
up with you. It catches up with you then. One man show. Ideally, I'm gonna end up in a place with a kitchen. I didn't know if I wanted to stay where I am right now. Which I've told before. I'm in Colorado Springs. It's like an hour from Denver, but it's a city in its own. But I'm really starting to like it here. The problem is, I can get 1 month of an Airbnb for like half the price of a studio. So, Eric and Boyd is here. Hello, Eric. How are you doing? Ashley went to take her kid to school, and Laszlo and I are just shooting the shit pretty much. There's nothing exciting going on, but if you have anything you want to bring to the conversation, please feel free.
Well, yeah, I got nothing else to talk about.
We're just chatting. I'm eating a salad that I never ate for dinner yesterday. I forgot about it.
I was just honestly curious, like what you're eating. Honestly,
yeah, it's just got like cabbage and because regular lettuce like doesn't process like well in my body. I don't know, like the illness I have, it's like a form of vasculitis, and it just affects every it's just stupid. It's annoying. I don't let it control me anymore though.
Yeah,
but
you find
I like these better because they have cabbage. You know what I mean? It's not just like I love spinach and stuff like that, but it just doesn't. I have like some slow emptying of like the stomach or whatever. It just doesn't work right. It work out for me. So
I'm the same way too. Like other greens are like okay, but like for me, it's like I love cabbage. Like I don't care like what form it comes in. Like it can be sauerkraut or kimchi.
Are you Irish or Irish descent and all? Laszlo doesn't sound Irish, but
well, that's not my name actually.
I would have never guessed.
No, I'm like a West European sampler. I'm Scottish. I'm Irish.
That's how I am. The sampler. I like how you put that. I had that like ancestry DNA thing done or whatever.
Oh, you did one.
I did one. Yeah. Did you do one of them?
No.
Yeah, I did one. My brother got it for me for Christmas. 2 years ago.
It turns out I'm like 100% Korean. Like blows my mind.
I wanted to find out I was like part black or part like just anything that could get a tan because I've never been able to tan in my life. I'm like so pale. I wanted to find out that there was something somewhere like cool that wasn't just white. Like I don't know. But I'm the European sampler as well. I'm like mostly Irish and mostly Scottish. And then there's like the Western Europe so that's like Germany, whatever. And then I have they categorize it as like Switzerland, Sweden, something like that's why I was a blonde, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just found out because it evolves the longer, like, and the more people join the databases and stuff, like they can fine tune your stuff. I found out I have 1% Cyprus. I could get a tan with that 1%. It's so random. It's like 1%.
Isn't that like an ancient Indo?
Like Greek or something, isn't it? Like down around Greece? Yeah. So funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, I laughed when I saw that. I was like, but they added Cyprus. I was like, I have something, a
It's like
chance or something.
just something neat to tell people. Like,
I know. I haven't even looked at mine in a while. They said that I had new stuff. That ancestry thing, the DNA thing is really crazy because they can tell, like, just, I mean, obviously, this should be common sense that they can tell these things, but like, just blew my mind because it would be like, so according to your DNA, your like fourth finger is longer than your first finger. Like, not everybody has that trait. You know what I mean? According to
yeah,
your DNA, like,
I've heard.
you don't like this type of taste. Like all these little things, and I was like, that's creepy. That your DNA can tell all of that.
Just from like whether your index finger or look at my
Hmm.
hand. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, your pointer finger is longer, right?
Uh, yes. Earl
Yeah,
index. Sorry, I'm doing this box, so I can't help it.
my ring finger is longer. See,
Oh, okay.
it's like, or kind of the same, but no, my ring finger is longer. Yeah, it's really weird, and they talk about like earlobes and like all sorts of stuff. They can like tell all that about you. Which
Also,
I
what
mean,
I
it
know,
seems like they should be able to, but like your eye
uh,
color and everything.
little stuff like fingers like that. It's like, who cares about that? Everyone wants to know, are, are you part Native American? And it's like, yes, in fact, I am 128,000 part Cherokee. Pretty sure General Custer fucked my grandmother way back in the Battle of Wounded Knee. So that's where I claim my ancestry of Native Americanness. And also, I like drinking Listerine.
Oh, the Listerine bums. We used to have the Listerine bums in Boston.
I can't believe people actually drink Listerine.
I remember when I first like stopped drinking. Like, this is like I was 30, so almost 15 years ago.
Oh shit.
I mean, I went and I lived in like a sober living house just to like try and really stay away from like whatever. And we weren't even allowed to use mouthwash. You just
Yeah.
like rinse your teeth. And there are some people that are still really like big on that. I use regular mouthwash because I don't like the kind without alcohol doesn't like burn. You know what I mean? You feel like your mouth isn't like clean. I don't drink it, but technically that would be, I guess, breaking the rules according to like the halls of AA or whatever.
Wow. I just use a hydrogen peroxide for mouthwash. Like,
Really? Are you joking with me? For real? Does that work?
yeah, it
Doesn't it
works.
taste gross?
Uh,
Well, probably no more gross than like most mouthwash or Listerine.
it's not really the mouthwash. It's just you realize like how much like nasty gunked up stuff is between your teeth when you exwash hydrogen peroxide. It's like, uh,
It'll bubble up there.
oh yeah.
Ooh, I don't. Oh, now I want to try it, but I don't want to try it because I'll probably be like so grossed out.
I'll just floss
I'm an
regularly.
I'm an avid flosser. I am
Yeah,
because
me,
I'm so afraid of losing my teeth, and I
yeah.
have good teeth so far. Knock on wood.
Uh,
But
I'm
teeth are bones, and I have like bone loss issues. So like uh, whatever, yeah, bone density issues or something. And I'm like, one day that's gonna affect my teeth, and they're all gonna fall out or something. I'm like this
what,
paranoia.
what do you do without your teeth? You can't
You get
eat.
dentures, I guess.
I know. I
I
don't.
don't want that. I
Yeah,
do
I
not
don't
want that. They
have
already
some.
told me I'm gonna need hearing aids, and I'm like,
Shit.
apparently you can't tell anymore. Though they're really discreet.
Mhm.
I don't think I'm there quite yet, but I have to go to the audiologist like I think it's next week. Get my hearing checked again. I'm always like, one day they're just gonna tell me it's all over. You need dentures and you need I'm gonna not even have reached 50 yet.
Well, my mom, she's older, so she's 72 now, but she's losing her hearing, so it's I think about that too. I'm the only guy in my family that doesn't wear glasses because everyone else they got to wear glasses. So.
I was my eyes I always needed I have very bizarre the way my vision went. I've always needed reading glasses since like middle school, and it was because I had to do like marching band and stuff, and with like a clarinet, they would have this little thing coming out, and the music would be like right here. It was too, I couldn't see it. It was too close.
Oh, it's not bad.
And so I had like no kick. Like it's very weird for like usually you lose that kind of sight later in life. I was like the opposite. And then when I first like got sick with the vasculitis thing, in 1 month I went from like literally in 1 month I went from seeing to like not seeing. And it was weird. I remember I was like pinching my right eye shut all the time. And when I went to the eye doctor, I found out that I needed glasses for like far away too. So I have progressive lenses now. But I also found out that the reason I guess I had been pinching my right eye shut is I had cataracts already.
Oh,
and I'll never forget. This is when I realized I was old. Because the eye doctor was like a younger guy. And he said to me, I was like, wait, cataracts? Because I'd heard glaucoma and cataracts, but I didn't know like which was which. And I was like, isn't that what like old people get? And he went, well, you are 40. And I was just like, ah, are you calling me old? I just turned 40. I was like,
I'm 39, so like I'm like approaching just like around that corner. Like you're
40's not bad. 40's not bad. When you're 41, you're in your 40s. That's when you should really freak out. Like 40 isn't bad. If you're in your 40s, it's worse.
I honestly don't feel that bad about getting old. I kind of like getting old.
I didn't feel bad about it until like the medication I'm on until it started causing wrinkles. Because like my family has very good genes. Like I would look a lot younger. I probably still look like I was like 20 something, but I don't think I look like old. But I look my age, and that pisses me off. So I don't take that gracefully. I'm like buying like the expensive like creams that I can't even afford, like thinking they're gonna take my wrinkles away. I won't get Botox or anything. So
I think you look pretty good. Yes, so don't worry.
Thank you. And you get told that I don't really look old, but it's probably because I don't drink too. I can't drink though. With I don't know, like I can't, I don't know how people that are on like that do chemo for cancer, like that amount of levels, like I hope I never ever have to have it at that like amount. But just doing like weekly, I have to do like weekly, it's like with an insulin needle injections in my thigh. It's poison. Like you're literally putting poison in your body. And it just like I got to go off of it for like a couple months, and then going back on it, like I could see in the first week, you know what I mean? When I go back on it, like you look just like I look like you have the look of pallor, like you know, it's the pale but like almost grayish. Like I look like poison. I call myself the Toxic Avenger, but I feel like that because it feels like your like blood is like poisoned or something.
But you could definitely tell a difference within your first round of chemo.
Oh, doing the injection, yeah, but it's not like you just get sick. It's like once I'm on it like normally, like go back on it normally because it takes like 3 months to like rebuild back into your system when you're doing the weekly shots. After that 3 month point, you barely notice. Like you get like a little nauseous, but I wasn't puking anymore or anything like that. You have like a day or two of like belly problems, kind of, but it's nothing that you can't deal with. But when you go off of it and then start it, those first couple of like times, you're like, oh, I just feel awful. Because it's just not I don't know, it's just not a fun thing. It's a gross thing. it's just second nature to me now, though. Oh, look who's here! Mrs. Big Stuff is here. Good morning. Laszlo and I are just talking about random nothingness. I don't know. I started this with Ashley, and then Ashley had to take her kid to school, and we haven't heard back from her yet. I thought she was going to give us a tour of her ride, and we saw Good Stuff here at the very beginning when I started, but he had to go. No, you're here. Nice to see you. I'm eating salad and we're talking. What do you have anything planned today, Mrs. Good Stuff? Anything fun? And I'd love to be on another music show one time if you're going to do anything else like that. I had so much fun last time. Thank you for that. And Eric Boyd says, good morning to Mrs. Good Stuff. Saying the hellos. Oh, it's like a whole other, the round of people now like waking up.
I'm waiting for the Australians to show up.
No, they're usually I would when I was doing late night Jawns, it would be like I'd start at 12:30 Eastern time or 1 usually it would be like because I'm late all the time.
Yeah.
But I used to go like sometimes till like 4 or 5 a.m. Eastern, and that was when I didn't advertise this. I just went live pretty much tonight, so no one knew about it.
No, you just showed up, and I was like, hey, it's fucking Courtney. I gotta show up.
I did that randomly. Was it last weekend? Or the weekend before? When I went to go see my friend is in a band, and he was playing at, it was supposed to be a car show, but it was at a racetrack. And there were cars, but I went live randomly there. I was just like, I had nothing to do. Oh, there she is.
Hi.
Ashley, she's back.
Hi.
Look at the road. Eyes on the road. Eyes on the road. Mrs. Big Stuff says, just some errands, no plans yet. We'll pick up the music shows again soon. They are so much fun. You guys did an awesome job at those music shows. They did they had me on one of their an 80s music special, and it was like so much fun. So much fun. Plus, they made their intro really cool, and they made me look special on their intro. I loved it.
I'm going to keep myself muted because apparently my car is really loud, and I just yelled at somebody already, and I just got on the highway, so I'm going to keep myself muted.
Oh. The road rage of the East Coast looks so funny.
Yeah, it's real because people are stupid. They're just dumb. Like,
I got so chill with that, like living in Steamboat. And then, like, when I went back home, my best girlfriend from childhood would be like screaming, and I'm like, I can't take it. It's too much. Stop yelling. And within like days, I was like, move it out of the way. It's funny. I don't want to go to the DMV this morning, but I really can't be driving around with no license plates at all. Nothing on my car anymore. I've been driving for a week like that.
When mine got taken, I wrote one out. I mean, who doesn't write one out?
I never even thought about it. You know, the other day I was thinking maybe I should put a piece of paper just saying like on way to get registered tax or something.
No, you don't write on the way to get a tax. That's not what you say at all.
Well, I now have to keep the title like on me because before I wasn't even keeping any of that on me. So if I got pulled over, it would have been like.
That's what I want to do. I wrote mine on a piece of paper and then wrapped it in tape. It lasted. Lasted to a couple stores and stuff.
My license expired last year, so.
Are you eating, Courtney? Are you eating on stream?
I was so hungry. It's my dinner from last night. I was so hungry I couldn't help myself. And there was only one person watching. Now there's 4. Maybe I shouldn't be so rude. Whatever. I figured the one person was me, probably because I had the tab open. I'm almost done. I've been eating it very slowly. Jeremy Burks, what are you up to today? Anything fun? Or you, Eric? A one-man show said, sadly, I've taken too many hits to the face to have good teeth. I've never had a tooth knocked out yet. knock on wood. I
Yes.
do have a
knock on
little
wood.
tiny
Oh,
chip,
knock
the
on
tiniest
wood.
little chip on like my front tooth, and I'm pretty sure that happened when I was drinking at some point, but I don't know how it happened. I don't know.
Most likely you were correct. I used
Yeah.
to say that I was flick your teeth drunk. You know what I mean? Like, because if you flick your teeth regularly, that shit don't hurt. I mean, that shit hurts. When you're drunk, like really drunk, flick your teeth drunk, you don't feel nothing.
I don't know. Do people know that expression like that? But that's like a bad thing, like the Italians do.
Oh,
Are we allowed to? Are we
so
allowed to do that on Facebook? I'm like on YouTube, on Facebook.
Yeah, well,
if not, I'll just hear about it later. You
It's
know
like
what I
I
mean?
used the term wife beater before. I'm like, are the shirts even allowed to be called that? I don't know.
That's what they are called. That's what they are called, aren't they?
They've changed a lot of
Even the
things.
black and green ones are called wife beaters. I don't know. I think you should use them. That's messed up. I just thought about it. It's because the guys that used to wear them used to beat their wives. They're usually the ones who beat their wives. It's messed up. Somebody should write that down. It's messed up.
I've never beat no wife, but then again, I've never worn a wife beater before, so that makes me ask
I
a
wear
question.
them all the time.
Point taken.
Okay, Jeremy has updated us. Not Jeremy, Eric. Eric M. Boyd says, thanks for asking. Yes, I will be working on pages number 6 and 7 for the chapter 2 of my Mr. Muck comic. Should be finished by next month and appear in Golden Era Comics number 6 if all goes as planned. That's awesome. Good for you. That's awesome news.
There you go, Eric.
I'm having a great. It's still the same day as yesterday. Actually, that's not true because I went to a friend's house and I fell asleep. I slept, and then I had to come back here for the dogs. So I drove here.
Isn't it
Back
crazy when you go to a friend's house or something and you just lay on their couch and they're like, it's so much more comfortable? You know what I mean? Like, you're like, I don't understand why yours is so comfortable, mine's not. And they're like, what are you talking about? Yours is even more comfortable. I'm like, I don't think so.
It's because it's not yours or something. It's kind of like if I make myself a PB&J sandwich, it's nothing. But like if somebody else made it for me, it's delicious.
It's even
Yeah.
better.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Funny thing about
Actually.
sandwiches, sorry, when I make them, I like to wrap them up and like just keep them wrapped for like 5 minutes and then unwrap them and then eat them. I feel like they taste better. I don't know.
But you're talking about the sleeping on the couch analogy. Like, doesn't it feel so much better to sleep on a couch, someone else's couch, than it does your own couch or even
Other
your
people's beds, even like if like I'm just like at someone's house and we're sitting on the bed and I'll lay back and I'm like, how do you have such a comfortable bed?
Oh, I was in bed.
This bed actually it's not the worst, but it's super high off the ground because like she has everything decorated for like the old home because the house is from 1899. Like
shit.
I have really long legs and I can't touch the floor from like dangling my feet off. Literally have to like jump up onto this bed, but my the mattress is old, but it's pretty comfortable. But I have definitely noticed a difference because I was spoiled at my old place. We had a Tempur-Pedic mattress, and I have back problems, so I wasn't feeling back pain like at all with that mattress. And after being here for a little bit, I was like starting to like feel it again. I was like, oh, this back pain's not fun, and I'm used to all pain at this point. I won't take like I won't do the painkillers thing anymore. When I first hurt my back, I did. It's just annoying to have to like taper off of them and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I do notice little differences so I'm like, when I'm a grown up now, one day when I grow up, I will have a Tempur-Pedic mattress again. And I hated that thing when we first got it too. I'm not supposed to say the word hate. I told myself I was taking that out of my vocabulary. Strongly disliked. When I first got that bed, it was like I don't know if anyone has ever has a Tempur-Pedic or anything, when you first or slept on when you first sleep on it, it's a different feeling. For me, it took me a while to get used to, and then I couldn't do anything else, sleep on anything else comfortably.
I absolutely had a Tempur-Pedic, and I started to hate it. I had a king size Tempur-Pedic. Actually, it was a Bobber-Pedic, you know, from like Bob's Furniture. So it was a knockoff Tempur-Pedic. But now I have, well, it's in storage, but now I have a Black Beauty. The bitch is $8,000. It like just sinks you in and just engulfs you. But then I wake up in the morning and my back is killing me because I need something a little bit harder than that. You know what I mean? It sucks, man.
It's funny you say that.
I want one of those sleep number beds, you know, like one of the ones where, like, when you're sleeping in the middle of the night, if you're snoring, it will adjust you so that, you know, you stop snoring and you have a better sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are amazing. They're like $10,000 though. At least they were when I looked at them. But listen, I love to sleep, and sleeping is one of my favorite things to do. So I think 10 grand is a very good investment in my sleep.
So
if I had that kind of money.
It does do the trick for you, like, well, for a Tempur-Pedic knockoff mattress, like it works for you.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a sleep number yet, but I will get one eventually.
Hi, Albo. That's not Albert. That's Lewis, probably. Hi, Lewis. Bob or Pedic?
Bob O'Pedic, not the Orpedic. It's Bob O'Pedic.
Mm-hmm.
I sleep on the floor, no problem. I used to sleep on a futon on the floor, and my back was probably way better that way. But
I can't stand being on the floor. It just hurts my back too bad. I'm getting old. I can't be doing all that.
That's how I feel every day. Every day something new. It's like my hips are the thing that make me laugh the most. Hey, Albert or Lewis or whoever it is, do you like my shirt? Do you know who it is? Tell who it is? I'm trying not to make it just show my boob.
Just not try to show your boob.
You can show your boobs.
He all looks intently.
I got it for 99 cents at the art thrift store. It's Justin Timberlake. I just I had to wear it for stream. I really got it just to piss off my one friend that I hang out with. But I'm still eating. I can't up now.
Eat it up. I like it when a girl eats.
Oh, when I actually eat food, like when I have a good thing going. See, that was like healthy stuff, but then my problem is once I start eating is I have peanut M&Ms. Justin Timberlake is absolutely hot, and he's a really good dancer. I think that's where he got me.
I was a Backstreet Boys girl.
I was never either. They were I was too old for that.
I didn't like getting sync as much as I liked Backstreet Boys.
What's the Backstreet Boys song?
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet.
I just remember "Bye Bye Bye." That's the only song I know by.
That's
insane, right? Yeah, I didn't know all those. That was all around when I was in college, so I wasn't like listening to like that kind of stuff at all.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I could tell you more about like New Kids on the Block or like Menudo from like when I was a kid.
Yeah, I'm a little young for that.
I
like New Kids on the Block. All right.
Yeah, listen, they were all right. Some of their songs, when I recognized them, they were okay. I know that my sister, my friend's older sister, she liked them a whole lot. Good God.
He asked for cereal I was eating. And this is cantaloupe.
Ooh, I love me some fruit. Fruit is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Pineapples, some grapes. Ooh, yes.
I gotta eat more fruit, but I don't. So it only comes in lime form.
I have a sugar addiction now, and fruit curbs it. You know what I mean? Because it's obviously got sugar in it. But I'm 100% addicted to sugar. I never was addicted to sugar, like at all. I was a sweet tooth person.
Me not so much. The
Timberlake's hips don't lie. And his hips don't lie. They're starting to feel you, girl. I changed
hips don't lie.
it. Shakira.
So,
I love fruit. I am what I eat. You're a fruit. Is that Lewis? I think it's Lewis. Lewis, are you gonna make up with me ever? Probably never.
I only eat pure cat meat, so what does that tell you about me?
Did you ever see that movie Gummo?
Gummo? No, I've never seen Gummo.
It reminds me of that. It's a really messed up movie.
Yeah,
it's a very disturbing movie. It's along the lines of like that movie Kids. Like disturbing
like
factor.
Like that first scene, the first sex scene,
yeah.
I think I'm gonna bow out from that.
But the one kid in Gummo, it goes around killing neighborhood cats to bring them to the Chinese supermarket. It's like really, it's like really like yeah.
That's messed up, man.
It's one of those movies. It's like an independent movie.
But it is.
So Albert Menendez or Lewis or whoever it is, Dean, I don't know who you are. Look what I got.
Oh, that's a sweet
It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. I'm gonna do a Bowie puzzle. Isn't this awesome?
That's cool.
I'm totally.
You know you're old when you're excited about a puzzle, because I get excited about puzzles too. So I get it. I got a tarot card one.
Oh, you did?
That's cool. With all the major arcanas on there. Yeah, I was like, yes, this is a score.
Ooh. That is a messed up movie too. He recommends Bully, but that, yeah, I've seen Bully too. That's Bully and Gummo kind of are on that same level of twistedness. That's gangsta. For 1 second, I just looked at you, Lasso, and thought of Toy Story.
Like that,
He's supposed to be the tough cowboy. I looked at him, I'm like, it's Woody.
Yeah, maybe I'm Woody if he was like homeless for like 10 years and had nothing else to do.
Bowie is a true G. You know, I was supposed to go see Bowie, and that story I was telling earlier about how when I got grounded for skipping school like every Wednesday.
Yeah.
I couldn't go to Bowie. That was one thing that like I will never forgive my mom for grounding me, because I was supposed to go see Bowie with 9 Inch Nails, and I couldn't go to that show, and I never got to see Bowie after that. That was my only opportunity to ever see him, and I didn't go. And all my friends went, and they were like, "It was so awesome."
Oh my god!
There's a snake in Laszlo's boot. There's a snake in your boot.
That's a bummer you didn't get to see Bowie, because I'm a Bowie fan, but
What picture is that even of? Like, I can never tell. It's not. I can't, because that does not even look like Albert. Why can't I get this off the screen?
Don't do that. It's contagious.
Everything's going like this for me. Okay, now it's back. I think. Someone must be using the microwave downstairs. It's doing so well. There we go.
That's me using the microwave. Just trying to make some homemade meth. Chill out.
Hi, Colonel Morg. That's a very unfortunate, right? About me not getting to see Bowie. So bummed.
Because I wasn't a Bowie fan until like almost when he was dead. But I did enjoy a lot of this.
Did they do Head Like a Hole together at that concert? Trent Reznor and David Bowie? That would be cool.
I never heard about that. I was
Head
never
like a hole, black as the soul. Oh my god, I listened to it all the time in middle school. Bow down before the one you serve. God, that is like totally my no forgiveness. The film Death Promise. Oh, there's a snake in Laszlo's boot. Is that from Death Promise?
Is that actually a song? There's a snake in Laszlo's boot.
Okay. I got my industrial one here.
Oh no, it's real, isn't it?
Yeah, D Reed was on here earlier. We were talking about that. That's today at what is it 1 p.m. Eastern? So that'll be 11 for me. I hope I'm back from the DMV by then. I have to go get my title transfer, my registration and plates on. I've been driving around for a week with my new vehicle, my new used vehicle, with nothing. We're supposed to have license plates on the front and the back, and I didn't realize there was nothing.
It's okay. You racked up another DUI, didn't you? Oh shit. Am I out? Oh no.
You're on. I hear you.
Oh, okay.
But no, I don't. I did not get a DUI. I don't think Courtney did either.
I was just joking around.
Oh, he left us. Way to go! You kicked off the stream. Just kidding.
Because I went out for a while. Like I didn't see anyone else on the stream.
Oh, then it's not. Well, I'm in a crappy area where like the service goes in and out, so that's normal for me. Yeah.
No, don't worry about it.
When I went to school, I went to Catholic school, right? From kindergarten all the way up to 9th grade. 10th grade, they put me in public school. I skipped for 3 months straight in public school before they caught me. You know how? Do you remember those old rotary phones that you'd have to spin the dial to get to go to the number you wanted?
Is that how you got out of trying to write it out or whatever?
No. So they tried all the in-school suspensions with me. That didn't work. Okay, so my dad, in my house, we had one of those old rotary phones in the kitchen. Well, I took that thing apart and I took the bell out so that it wouldn't ring anymore. And then I just went upstairs and kindly turned the ringer off on the portable phone, and my dad never knew. So for 3 months straight, I did it. 3 months I got away with it. And then they brought me in and I was like, yeah, so you're gonna have to go to court. And he's like, yeah, screw that. And he took me out. He took me out of school the next day. I went back and got my GED later.
I was kind of in the same situation.
Yeah, I was bad.
Well, you went to Catholic school, so isn't that basically like private school?
Yeah, pretty much for the most part. Yeah, I mean the only difference is you have theology, whereas in like a private school you don't, or religion class or whatever.
Okay, because I was in public school the whole time, so during my sophomore year, yeah, like I did the same thing you did, like skip like every day for like 6 months. I never really got caught. It was just everyone just assumed like, all right, you're dropping out of high school, so it's like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I got my GED eventually.
Yeah, I got I got to my dad died when I was 16, so I've been on my own ever since. But by the age of 15, I was so I was just done with him. Done with all that. I was working and everything else. I was like, screw that.
Sorry, I didn't know how rough you had it. Well, your father is passing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. It makes you who you are. You know what I mean? All my tough, rough times have brought me to who I am today. And besides what the thing says, even though it says narcopath, I'm really not a narcopath. And I believe that I'm kind of like the best version of myself that I could be. You know, I'm better than I was yesterday.
Well, how
I may
old?
make a few bad choices today. I'm 38.
Okay, because I can tell if you're like 22 or 38.
Oh, thanks. You're being nice. Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't mean that, like trying to make you feel good and young and whatever. or just
But
like
I did say I have an 18-year. Maybe I didn't say how old my son was, but my son's 18.
no, holy shit.
Yeah, he just turned 18 this past year.
Probably doesn't
Oh
make you
boy.
feel young.
No, because my little one is 7, and she's bad, so bad. See her? She growled in the background.
Yeah.
Is Courtney coming back? What is she doing?
I don't know. I was just back in like 1, 2, 3 seconds.
That's
But
been a while. I wonder if her computer died. I got
that
my
might have happened. So
817. You're gonna be fine.
if she's gone, I'll just I'll just smoke this cigarette and see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me text her real quick. Hold
Hmm.
on.
It is super late here. Like I'm on West Coast time, and it's like 5:17 a.m. So it's
5:17 in the morning.
for me.
Oh, okay. It's 8:17 here for me. I'm on the East Coast.
Uh,
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. By all means, we can end the stream. She just has to end when she comes back. Maybe for 2 hours, 2 hours, 20 minutes.
20, yeah, but I don't know. I really don't have anything else going on, so just
I mean, I don't either. So give me a second. Let me. I mean, I'm just taking my kid to school. But hold on. Let me text her and I'll see what's going on.
I don't know. Take your time. Whoa. Excuse me.
Served on. I can't read the chat, man. I'm in my car driving. Tell them I got kicked. We know you got kicked, crazy woman. Just come. Hold on, let me switch to the chat. Let's see. Yeah, I can't see the chat. Chat with everyone in the studio. Yeah, I can't see it, Courtney. Sorry, my bad. My bad, man. My bad. I can't see it. So I think I'm going to, since I can't figure out what the hell she's. I mean, she is coming back. She's rebooting her computer, so she'll be back in. I will. Do you have a channel?
No. I'm a more of a channel surfer.
I will.
I'm here.
Do you have a channel?
Yeah.
Yay! Hi.
Hold on. I was talking to you from the phone. I got kicked out. I'm sorry.
Sorry, don't worry about it.
We can end it though if that's what you were trying to do. I just
Yeah.
heard what you were saying. If you got to go.
No, absolutely not. I think we're both like, it's okay. We have nothing else to do.
Okay, cool.
Right?
I'm just gonna hang for a little.
Okay.
But can I go pee then really quick? Because I've been trying to get the computer back on. You guys
You
stay for like 2 more minutes.
The guy
Now you got to pee. You got to pee in a
I'll
cup.
be really fast. Let me take off this
Of
comment.
course.
I'll be really fast. Wait, shoot.
I have to pee too, actually.
All
Okay.
right,
Wait. I
break.
can put on something.
There
Let
you
me
go.
find something to. I'll put on the Jawns thing
There you go. I love the Jawns.
for a second.
Because
If I
I'm
can find it.
fulfilling.
Or maybe I'll put on. Hold on.
No, put the
where's my
Jawns
clips?
on.
I know. I gotta find the clips. The clips. The clips area is right here. Here are my clips, and then. Okay, where are you, Jawns? Can't find it. We're getting there.
Well, that sucks.
Here, can we like EFAB for a second? Let's see yours live. Oh, Walker Slushy's tea house, but I feel bad. Oh, here, we can do this for a second. Are we allowed to just EFAP like randomly?
I don't see why not. I mean, if you want, I can really probably talk until you guys get back. I mean,
here, I'll put these on for you to like read or watch also, because these are very interesting to me. I'm going to show you in a second. But I'm going to do it without shit, where'd you go? Okay, no, you'll see what I'm doing. Got something for you. I got something.
all
right, Matthew McConaughey.
all right. Hey, yeah, that's what his name is. Yes.
Okay, here's some quotes for you while I run to the bathroom. Okay,
All
you need to read them.
One more time arguing what a good man should be. View on. All right. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Why is that gonna? He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living differ from the dead. Do they though? Oh shit. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies. The hardest victory is over self. Ain't that the truth? Well, never conquering your enemies. It's pretty nice. The life given us by nature is short, but the memory of well-spent life is eternal. That's just that people remember you. Freedom is participation in power. Freedom! You guys remember that movie? That movie's banging. The reward. No.
That's a quote from Cicero.
Braveheart.
Oh.
Braveheart? Or is it? Yeah, I think it's Braveheart, where they show where Mel Gibson shows their butts. It's a freedom at the end, before he gets ripped apart. Pretty sure that's what it is.
Since he will never be able to share it. If thou make a man happy, add unto his riches and take away from his desires. It is our attitude towards events, not events themselves, which we can control. Nothing is by its own nature calamitous. Even death is terrible only if we fear it. Give me by all means the shorter noble life. Instead of that is longer, but of less account. I like this Epictetus guy. No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. Well, he's right about figs. If you don't run while you're healthy, you'll have to run when you're sick. Manage your mood, because it does not obey, then it commands. Horus. In love, there are two evils, war and peace. Also by Horus. Treat your parents as you would like your children to treat you. Could you hear me saying this stuff?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was just like droning on, like trying to repeat, like.
No, I just had to stomach a bread off, so I.
Okay, I thought I was just like talking to myself.
Okay, hi guys.
Hello.
Friends share all things.
Hey, Courtney.
Hey, hi.
Hey.
Colonel Morg, if you want to come in and chat, you can come give us your words of wisdom. I was messing with the layout, and I don't know what I did now. I think we
You put it sideways.
This one better? Oh, no. Hi, guys. That's not what I was trying for right there. Hi. The Sentinel says, "Hail, night owls! Hail the Sentinel!"
Hell.
And Colonel Mort says, "These guys were just saying all that stuff because they were really, really bored and had nothing better to do than think about stuff. But now we have video games and stuff, and no need for philosophy."
Okay.
I have Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go.
I collect Pokemon cards. I don't
Welcome
play
to
the
Tappings
game, but I collect
Inspiration
cards.
meets opportunity. Okay, there's got to be something better. I was gonna see. Here, I'll find something good. I'll find something good. I promise. Don't promise shit. But oh, we can try and look at the cars from my car show that I went to. If I can figure out how to do anything. A high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. There's only one way to avoid criticism. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. I'm a nothing.
Screw that. Overcome criticism. Be that narcopath as best you can be. God damn it.
Actually, you're such a narcopath. Brother. Sister.
Suffer
Also, what I know. Also, what I know is like I gotta like grow my beard out like this Aristotle guy. Like he looks pretty fucking.
Me too.
You think I could get like a full Aristotle going on right here?
If you desire peace, prepare for war. It's one of my favorite by some dead Roman guy. That's very powerful, actually, especially for me, growing up Quaker, because I was raised to be a conscientious objector, and I still have a huge problem with war. It was like ingrained in me. I understand that it needs to happen, or I'm told that, but I don't like people fighting. I don't like people dying.
I'm God of war. Mm-hmm. War is coming.
What were you saying earlier? You were saying like something about the god of thunder. Isn't that Thor?
Depends on the mythology.
Because my cousin is named Thor.
Whether
But
it's
I believe
in vino veritas. In wine, there's truth. It's also pretty good.
Yeah, it is true. I absolutely believe in Mother Nature. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't
too.
litter. I refuse. If somebody goes throws something out of my car, I'm like, no, put it in the car. They're like, but I'm like, I don't give a shit. You're not litter Mother Earth.
You know, do that. But I guess in Philly they do. I know that because I am. Sorry, I have to readjust. I'm not streaming from like a chair like I usually do. I'm sitting on my.
I do the same thing. Readjusting.
Well, I have this like they call these husband pillows. I think it's so funny that they're called husband pillows. Yeah, I never knew that that's what they were referred to as. So I guess I need a husband pillow now since I don't have a husband anymore. I'm sitting in bed with this thing, and it's like, but I have this. I don't know. Everything's kind of.
They're kind of overrated sometimes.
Husbands or husband pillows?
Yeah. No, husbands. I've had two. You're kind of overrated.
Someone the other day was like, "Oh, I'm divorcing my second one right now," and I was like, "Why'd you go back for number two? I'll never do it again." I mean, I would be with somebody, but I'm not doing the legal way again because it just makes everything too complicated. Okay, what does Morg have to say this time?
I just
the Mother Goddess does probably descend back 5,000 or 6,000 years and worship predates most other religions. That's a good one. Mm-hmm.
All right, I have to run into this house and go get my daughter's blanket and pillow, so I'll be back.
I'll be back. We shall see you soon.
Yes.
She'll be back.
Wish me luck. Bye.
Colonel Morg, have I missed any more? Has any drama happened? Do you know the dramas? The Sentinel, do you know the dramas?
Dramas?
You know what I need to figure out? What am I supposed to bring with me to the DMV? I have the title. I have the correct ID. I think I have money. I'll find out in a second. Enough money to pay for it.
Honestly, you're asking the wrong guy. Like, I haven't been to the DMV in like 10 years.
It's so annoying here too. They do everything like DMV style. Like I had to go for
So it's
my health insurance type
so it's,
thing to like wait in line, and you had to get the ticket and do everything's like that. I was like, it just makes it worse.
so, so it's just as fucked up as it is here in Oregon.
I've never been to Oregon, but my brother, uh,
Don't.
my baby brother, the baby brother, he just bought a house in somewhere around Portland. I don't think he's in Portland. And my sister went to Lewis and Clark, which I believe is in Oregon, the
Yeah.
college or university college. And my other brother went to Reed, which is a college, for like a little bit.
Don't talk about the Reedies.
And I've never been to Portland in my life.
You're not missing out on much. Like if you
Oh,
know,
okay. I mean, to Oregon.
uh,
But I called the whole state Portland.
our Portland does not. If you're familiar, or what you Philadelphians say a lot about that city.
Kensington. About
Uh,
Kensington, I've heard Portland's a lot like that now. It's gotten really.
you were mentioning something called like South Street, like
Mhm.
hanging out back in the day. Like we have Burnside, like that was the shit street, like where all the junkies and losers ended up. And
See, South Street is cool because South Street at one point in time was like it's for all the cool like all the like I saw my purse. Oh my god, my first punk show is what I was trying to say. Like at a club on South Street, they had all the record stores, they have all the bars, all the little the like a lot of famous little like mom and pop kind of Philly food type places and stuff like that. Ooh, I'm getting drama updates. Okay, let's see. Colonel Mort says, let's see. Rising Vic War is over. It is? Okay. When did that end? Mandy is still gone, but I just saw an arrest picture of her husband. Jeez. Dark Gift and Yellow Flash are running around calling some people groomers for calling them. EVS means action figure plates redesigned again. You must be hemorrhaging money. Thank you. That was actually like the best update on drama. I should go to you always. That was like clear and concise, and I didn't have to watch everything and be like, "Why is everybody fighting?"
nobody knows anymore.
You're good people. You're good peeps, Morg. I was trying to find this other calling them stupid. Oh, for groomers for calling them stupid. It came out of order. I see. I see now. I see. I was trying to look up this thing that, and then I totally had like a brain fart. Star Wars is still not very good. I have not watched after I saw like part of the first prequel, whatever Jar Jar Binks when they brought Jar Jar Binks. I saw that in the theater. I don't remember if I walked out or if I just shut down and went to sleep. I'm pretty sure we walked out, but I don't know.
I'm a big kid, but I ducked out like after the prequels. It's just like
I mean I like the original the like OG Star Wars. I liked Return of the Jedi because of the Ewoks. I was a girl. Like that was it's probably everyone's least favorite, but my mom still has my Return of the Jedi sheets. That's what I wanted to look up really quick. I wanted to just see if they wrote an article about that fire at her house I was talking about. I'm so like all over the place.
I used to have like Empire Strikes Back sheets.
You did? And do you remember underoos? Like we're like I used to have R2D2 underoos.
Really?
Three CPO. My brother had the one and I had the other. I had R2D2. Yeah, that's what I had.
No,
It's really funny. Underoos.
but they sound pretty cool actually.
I'm just looking up one thing I want to see. It's like a show.
And I'm looking up shit too.
Oh, it is all over the news. Oh,
Oh, you're asking me if I have a stream or something to show, Jesse
yeah.
Miller?
Yes,
Yeah,
of course I know Jesse.
yeah. Well, they had to change their name because it used to be Black Death Gaming.
To Green, is that the Green Death now?
Um, they might go under that, but as far as I
I
know,
noticed there's a Green Death gaming also right now.
there's a Miller's Meat. What he calls a Miller's
Miller's
Meat.
Meat Market. Yeah, that's what he comes under too. That's like, is he going under that name now? Miller's Meat Market.
Yeah, or
Yeah, I did.
Meat
Meat Locker. That's what it was. Meat Locker. Meat Market.
Meat Market. I know.
Jesse is he's the first stream that I ever went on, ever. Like the first time I was on camera in my life on YouTube was with Jesse, and I used to be on his like streams a whole bunch. It's just funny because Colonel Morg says Jesse's still one of my favorite trolls all these years later. I used to troll them really badly, but while I was on the panel, like I used to mess with the guys so much because it would be me, and then like it would be like him and Sunny Cat and Ginger Viking Jesus and Doku and just a whole group of them, and Big Steve. But I would like mess with them because all they would do at the time, this is the time when like Trump was in, and they were just like all about Trump, and I just wasn't into the politics thing that much. And so like I'd be like hanging out and it would turn into like Trump, guns, talk, just like all this. So I do like anything to try and talk about anything different. And
Yeah.
I just do funny things like tell them all if they would shut up. Like one time I was like, I took my camera off and I was like, if you all shut up, I will show you my boobs. And the entire stream got completely silent.
Stuff.
And then I put my camera back on and I had my dog's butthole. Like I just had the camera. I was like, do you guys really think I was gonna do that? And then there was like another time Jesse got really drunk and was like, it looked like he was like preaching or whatever, but I started playing like the Star Spangled Banner in the background. Like, he didn't notice it at first, but then all of a sudden he's like, where's that music coming from? I used to do fun stuff like that to them. They're a fun bunch.
Yeah, I love Jesse. But if you want to show your boobs, like right now, like
I showed my dog's butthole. I don't even have my dog here.
all right, I'll settle for your dog's butthole. So show something.
It was really funny though, because the quickness in which everybody got so quiet. It was like suddenly just like.
Were they like actually expecting to see something?
I think they thought because I was like new. I don't know. I think maybe they thought I would do that. Well, I used to mess around too because like they would be talking about chicks or something, and I would always like. I'm the type of person to feed into it, like play the devil's advocate. Like one time they were talking about the back entry or whatever, and so of course I had to be like, well, duh, don't you know? Like all girls love that. They especially love the sneak attack. Like I would say stuff like that and just like completely play into it.
I've tried the sneak attack before. Like it does not end well.
No girls like the sneak attack. They don't.
Wait a second. You tell girl with butthole. Are you telling me?
No, I was telling Sunny Cat that I was like convincing him. I was like, no, really, sneak attack, way to go.
Yeah,
One time I saw Jesse defeat about 200 plus Star Trek nerds on Twitter single-handed. He scared the majority of them with just tweets. He's a master. Jesse can be mean. He's good at it. Oh my God, when he got mad at Mecca that time, I remember watching that. And I was like, holy, whoa.
I didn't realize. Well, you kind of have some clue. Like Jesse gets like real angry and off the hinge, and yeah, he gets mad sometimes. But like,
yes, he does.
Like, it's like, whoa, he records like just how angry he is. I don't get angry at people like that, but
I can't tell you the last time I've gotten angry like that. I don't even. Maybe back in the day with my husband, but after a while I didn't because I didn't dare yell at him like that. It wasn't a good marriage. I can't remember the last time I got really mad like that. I was pretty effing pissed off at, but I was only yelling to like Ashley, like my best girl, about it. About one of the things just that the person, her stalker, is doing. It's freaking pissing me off. But there was one thing that just made me like mad, and I was like, I just want to. It's like, I'm gonna stop that short mother. Boring, D. Reed. You're boring. Colonel Morg says he's angry, funny when he's angry, unlike many. Becomes even funnier, perhaps. Rare trait. Jesse's a good shit talker. He really is. He can put anyone in his place. It's pretty funny.
He knows what he's doing.
Where are you now, D. Reed? Did you make it to work or home, or did you get your food that you wanted? I just realized it's light outside. I can open the blinds. And then somebody maybe can help me and tell me what I'm supposed to bring to the DMV. I don't even know what I'm supposed to bring. Oh, it's too cold to open the window, though. Higher. Up. Real light in here. There's another one over there, too. Turn off some of these lights. Ouch. Did you see what I've been secretly doing?
Masturbating?
Pokemon Go. I'm been 8. LOL. That was 2 hours ago. Doozer. Yes. There's a Squirtle. I'm gonna catch a Squirtle. Everybody, there's a wild Squirtle.
You're gonna catch a squirt on your face already.
The Squirtle. He's my favorite Pokemon because his name's so obscene.
I like the Squirtle gang leader, the one that has like the pointy sunglasses.
Oh, Blastoise.
No, that's the. God damn it! I shouldn't know this much about Pokemon.
Which one? Who is it? I should know it. I should, but I don't.
No, it's not like an ascended Pokemon, but you know how there's like the Squirtle gang
No.
in the Pokemon cartoon.
Oh, do you know I've never. Okay, so Pokemon didn't even exist until I was 20, I think. So I just learned about Pokemon Go during the pandemic, and I didn't know anything about. I've never done anything else Pokemon. So.
Okay, so that makes me. Well, I'm 4 years younger than you, so.
D. Reed. Sorry, that's not to you, Aslo.
How dare you? Squirtle gang. It's
There's a gang of them, I guess. Gang of Squirtles.
They're like a gang of Squirtles, but they have a gang leader, and he has like these kick-ass like sunglasses. Now I gotta show you like a YouTube.
Blastoise has like cool sunglasses. Are they the same kind? I wonder. I'm gonna look up one of my Blastoise and we'll check it out.
I don't even like Pokemon. Like, quit making me become like a Pokemon.
I'm gonna find Blastoise and show you. No. These might be what you're talking about.
No, Blastoise.
Are they like? But the special one has sunglasses. Look. Is it like that?
Yeah, but that's.
I can find you a Squirtle with their sunglasses.
No, you're right. He did have sunglasses.
No, those were like special edition ones. So like, we got like this guy, or we've got like Party Squirtle with the hat on and the sunglasses. We've got Party Boy Squirtle again.
Those are technically sunglasses, but I don't even know like why I'm talking about Squirtle.
Because it's funny.
God dang it, I'll look it up so I don't sound like I'm crazy.
I'm about to make a pure Blastoise from a pure. Oh my god, I'm about to level up. I've been stuck at level 43 forever. There's officially 0 people watching us. Yay! That's what the counter says, 0. I'm a 0. Oh, that looks like a heart. I had to make it more circular. 0. That's easier to do 0. It's too hard to do with 2 hands. You gotta do it like that.
Yeah, dude, looks like I'm doing a
See on
horse's
the
asshole.
page says Squirtle is the best Pokemon. I'm showing off all my different Squirtles right now. See, we have that one. We've got that one. We have this one. We just got the OG. Look how cute. He's like, woo. Yes. That's
Okay,
good.
I found it. I'll send
Okay,
you
let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
real quick.
These headphones hurt my ears. I wish I could find my other ones that plug in. These don't have the adapter for the thing.
Okay, it's called the Squirtle Squad,
Okay.
not the Squirtle Gang.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. But I can't like describe the sunglasses that the
I've never actually watched any Pokemon thing. I'm gonna have to watch it.
I did when I was like a teenager in high school because like I was like
They're so cute.
smoking a lot of weed, drinking a lot of beer before I showed up to high school.
Oh, I
And
think
like,
these are the glasses you're talking about.
yeah, the pointy ones.
Yeah, here I found them.
Yeah, I like those.
See, they should show it in a second. Okay, where I can pause it and then I can show you. There we go. I got it. Okay, now I can screen share it.
It just
This
feels
apparently,
like having to prove like you see the Skirtle.
I'm going to present the Squirtle Squad with cool glasses. Are these the glasses you speak of?
And those are the ones.
Aha! I'm gonna end up watching Pokemon. It's gonna be really funny.
I will never watch Pokemon ever again. I think I've seen enough.
Oh, Miller's Meat Locker is live.
Yeah, I had him on the other window, but I was like more interested in random shit.
We should see if he'd get mad if we EFAP him and talk to him.
He gets sensitive with me.
Huh?
He gets sensitive when you try to link like other streams while he's streaming. That's like,
Yeah.
come on, dude.
He gets sensitive about some things. I do know that. And I'll say good morning in the chat.
But it's funny. You're telling the story about how like he was, you know, he was your first introduction to live streaming and stuff. And,
yeah, well, Pete's the one that got me on YouTube, but like I was just in his live chats, and then Jesse Miller like invited me on because I would just like shit talk from the chat, and so he was like, "Come on." And I also he trusted me because I knew Pete forever, so it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like I think I kind of had it a little more of a like an in because of that, you know. Like I don't know that he would have just had anyone jump on, but no, but he's like the person that he introduced me to like the Latino Slant channel, Polly. Polly's like one of my like favorite people. Polly's done like last year for my birthday, he stripped. And he said happy birthday. Six paid him $50 to do it for me.
just $50.
He was awesome too. And it's so funny because I got like a copyright strike for the song that he did. But I wonder, I have proof. See, nobody's watching now. I can show it. I can show it anyway, except on my thing. But let me see. Hold on. See if we can find it.
It's actually kind of funny. Because I used to, I always, well, I still do, hang out at Jesse's channel. But then you showed up, and then I got a link to your stream, and I watched your stream, and then you recommended Kai MFS, and then Kai MFS.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that how it all went along? That's so interesting.
Yeah, so it's like it's been like this weird string of like you have introduced me to all these other streamers like I really like, and it's really cool. Like you run into these people like you don't even know like we're doing like their own shows, their own streams and stuff.
It's cool how YouTube like works like that.
Yeah, I know.
And I always like have been all over the place, like all in all different like fandoms, I guess you would call it. So my channel will get like when I'm actually really like doing my Friday night streams and actually people watch when I have some content, which is not really much, but when we're being funny and stuff. Here it is. So people would always comment about like the different people from all over that would come to my, you know what I mean? I don't get like one certain group of people is what I'm trying to say. Don't trust the live view numbers. They're often inaccurate. So, yeah, it's just one person's watching me. Thanks, Gio. Courtney always recommends some weirdo channels, including mine. TV, you're like, I love that CD of the day thing that you do. He does this like awesome video shorts, and he'll like, see, I'm recommending his channel right now, TV, because I like what you do. I might have to pull something up and play it. I'm trying to show really quickly though from last year, if I can remember how to share again. Present. Okay, so this was. That's not where I want to be though. I don't know what part it's at right here. Oh my God! So this is so weird. Me, Hoff, Ashley, Pete, Tina, Brahma, and Finatra with the comment at the bottom is 6. Let's see here. Where can we find Polly? Oh, I just saw him. Hold on. But there was something funny in the beginning. We had. I'm trying to think of ideas for this year's. So I'm like, let's see.
Nice coat yet, or his nice outfit yet. Look at him dressed.
Oh, we had.
Anyway, hi everybody.
Do bat.
Thanks.
Bat Tom.
Thank you. Welcome to Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. We're celebrating another year of my life.
There's Bat Tom.
I was told it was a birthday. So I do this thing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Insert kid's name here. Happy birthday to you. Is there booze?
Yeah, there'll be booze.
So dumb. And then we've got Polly. I had a bunch of guests actually. It was kind of fun. People are pretty nice last year. But I'm trying to think. I'm 45 this year, so if anyone in the chat has like any ideas, tell me. What's this? Oh, my dog again. I'm gonna cry. I can't even look at my dog. It'll make me cry. He's coming to visit me though for my birthday this year. What does Pete have to say?
Posing. Everybody get out your sketch pads.
Very good. Sorry. There was a big screen of Pete, so I had to see what it was. I think this is Polly. He's gonna be. Dark Gift said he would do it this week. Oh, I can't do that. I'm not allowed to play that anymore. Oh, here it is.
Hey, make yourself big. Hold
on. Where is it? Where does it start? This is Polly's fun time on my birthday. It'll play.
All right.
The problem is the women would have more footsteps than a man when it comes to the snow riding.
Yeah, you have to like walk your way around.
Your hips and just
it would ruin the art. It would ruin the art. The yellow
squatting and scooting all over the place trying to get Thomas Shesky written out.
Come on.
I'm not saying you're holding him now.
I'm gonna run out of pee.
$50.
Yeah.
No.
You're gonna make me
Paul,
dance
you're
and everything.
killing me.
Wow.
This is last year, everybody.
But this was for me.
Your wife's gonna come in going, "What the fuck is your shirt on?" Oh no, she's gonna be like $50. You better take that shit off. So that's you can't see it, but that's my mom's name.
So he continued to sing,
Jack.
but I got a. Oh, he's a personal trainer.
Oh.
Jack. He sang this and it got me copyright struck, so I can only do like. It was the most fun birthday ever. There's someone else I thought that did something silly. The Dark Gift Comics said that he'll strip for me this year. Was this a wow, it's not a good pose. Oh, Gray came on. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking at. I'm getting ideas. Oh, I forgot we were watching the Mummers stuff. Do you guys know what the Mummers parade is?
The Mummers?
Yeah, it's a Philly thing.
Huh. That's new to me.
They dress up and get drunk, like in these crazy outfits. Yeah, it's on New Year's Day. I don't know why we were talking about that in May.
It's got a phone.
Let's see who else was here. Who else came last year?
So, all right. Here's a question.
Whatever.
I don't know about YouTube streaming and whatnot. Like, what exactly warrants a strike? Like when you use like copyrighted music or whatnot. Like,
Be patient for a sec.
if you play a song that you're not supposed to play, like you get your account taken down or some shit.
I can't hear for a second. It's digi farting. Someone's using a microwave. Give it. Oh, now you're moving. What are you saying? What'd you say? Sorry.
Like what warrants like a YouTube strike, so to say, or copyright?
So the music that he was playing, I guess, was copyright. Like it was a copyright thing. So.
And if you play it for like more than 2 seconds, you'll get your account down.
I don't know what the rule is. Like you just get a thing up on like when you go into like your studio, it'll give you like a strike. It doesn't matter necessarily for me because I'm not monetized yet. I mean, I'm not even at 500. I've been right around the same number for a long time because I haven't been streaming. So it's funny. There was like a couple month period of time where I gained like 200 or 300 people because I was like streaming actively and I was like out in everyone's chats and getting people to come watch. And then I just stopped streaming for a while because I think I was like in a flare or something. But yeah, now I've just been teetering around whatever I am. I don't know how far I am now.
That's why I don't do this shit. Like, I get a bigger kick out of just like surfing around other people's channels. And
I'm only 11 away. 11 to 500. I'll have to think of something fun to do for 500. I won't get that 11 though because people that troll me. I'm sorry to interrupt. I did not mean to interrupt you. I totally just did.
Nah, I'm just blabbing.
No, you were blabbing because like I understood. Continue what you were saying. You were starting to say that's why you don't like you like to just hop around people's channels and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. I'm just a surfer, or so to say.
Yeah.
Because like it doesn't. Because I see like what all these other streamers go through. It's like it creates nothing but drama, and like there used to be really good tight relationships, like Kai MFS and Hofgas. Like they got into a big nasty fight like 2 weeks ago, and it's like
yeah,
I don't want to see those two guys fight because they're like two of my favorites. So
yeah, I just try and
guess what they're arguing about. But you hear about that incident, the Dalai Lama sticking out his tongue, and the little kid like sucked his tongue or some stuff.
They were
like that.
arguing about that.
Yes, that's what destroyed their relationship.
Yeah, I see. I try not to get involved anymore. I had enough drama for a while on YouTube because I was like new to like I didn't know. I'm not like a computer person. I never was really. So like, I was never like on like I didn't even know YouTube was like such a social like media thing like before like Pete convinced me to come onto YouTube. I used to use it when I taught. Like they have this other thing called TeacherTube where you could have like videos. Do you read? I do not love the drama. You guys will not keep me away from the drama. This guy, he's actually one of the cool ones. D-Reed is D-Reed stays pretty in the middle, which is how I try and stay. But D-Reed, I don't feed into drama like that anymore. You guys were the last drama. The Dean and Lewis stuff was the last drama. Before that, it was the person I lent money to. That was a whole other thing. But yeah, I got stuck in a couple of these like YouTube drama things, and one of the people from D-Reed's crew like went on this whole like 45-minute rant or something, saying that I don't even know. He said I asked him for money, which is completely untrue. saying all this stuff about me not working. I think it's flattering at this point. It doesn't upset me at all. It's flattering if somebody takes that much time to talk about, someone else. So, but I used to get like in the very beginning, like, because there were like a couple people that I thought were like friends of mine in real life, because we would like talk outside of YouTube. You know what I mean? That's when I used to get upset about it. But now I've just kind of learned to keep things like, here's what it is. Ain't nobody got time for that. Not anymore.
That's a good way to put
it. I had to learn. Everyone was like, Pete always told me, Pete's like, why do you think I don't talk to many people? Because of this. I'm like, well, I have to learn on my own. That's how I am. I don't listen to anybody, and then I figure it out the hard way.
Well, I feel the same way. Like, that's why I just used to be a guy in, like, the chat. Like, I just started, like, streaming my face.
I know. When I saw your face, I was like, that's Laszlo?
That's
I
what
never would have expected. It was like, I never thought I'd see, like, certain people's faces. They're just, like, like, they're, like, people that you'll never know. You know what I mean? You think of it that way. Like, it's so funny. Because I would see you all over in, like, every chat. Like, I felt like I knew you, but then I was like, wait, that's what he looks like? You never know what to expect from people. It's funny.
People, like, naturally get curious. Like, what the hell does Laszlo Panafix really look like? What does he sound like? Does he wear a hat?
Does he wear a hat? That's the first thing I always want to know. Does that person wear a hat?
Nobody knows. But it's not a hat. It's just an extension of my cranium.
I don't know. I have a couple people that aren't talking to me right now, and I hope they talk to me again. So that's all it is. That's
You've
all I can
gotten
hope for.
the drama, or
I'm not. I'm just not.
Why is there drama? Like, I don't get this.
It's not drama. It's just
there's egos out there.
Sometimes people don't understand because I can be flaky, but it's not necessarily because I'm being flaky to be a jerk. Like, some people don't understand my personal stuff that I deal with. So
what does flaky mean, anyways? Like
not there as much as you should be for someone, or like I'm inconsistent, kind of like with my streaming and whatnot. Like, if I don't feel good, I won't stream. I'm not gonna let it like overcome my health, type of shit like that. So,
I do that. Like, I mean, I'll show up to a chat and like hang out like 7 days out of the week or something, and I don't know, or I just feel like dropping out and like doing my own thing. And
yeah, but it's different when you're doing your own show and you have people like on the show. Like, I let people down, I didn't intentionally, and I understand I do understand where they come from. I do, absolutely, but I think a lot of them don't understand where I come from, that it's just a choice I have to make sometimes. Like, if my physical is not doing well, like, I have to like cut certain things down and cut them back, because stress like affects the physical. So
your priority isn't a YouTube show you do like for fun, like as a hobby on the side and stuff. But
so when I first started it, it was like that. Let me like just read this really quick. Do you read? I showed my face because I talk too much and didn't want to be just a keyboard warrior. I like that you showed your face, D-Reed. D-Reed, you're charismatic and you're actually one of the nice ones. So I mean that. I do. I started YouTube. Well, first of all, Pete talked me into just coming on YouTube and like going into his live chat because he thought I was suicidal. I was really isolated during the pandemic and in my marriage, and he's one of my closest friends from a long time, and he was worried about me. So I started with that, and then he was the one that said, like, convinced me that when I said, like, Jesse asked me to go on his panel and I'm scared or whatever, he was like, just go ahead. He's like, you don't, like, he taught me some of the rules, because like when I first went into his live chat, I had my first and last name because I had no idea. Like, I just used my like, and he like texted me during his like stream. Like, he texted me, he's like, take your name down now. And I didn't know what to put, so I just put it's Courtney. That's how that came out, because that's my real first name. But then I went on like Jess's thing, and then I was always up all night, like, because of hypervigilance. Like, I didn't sleep at night because that's when a certain person was at home and we had separate rooms, but like I just couldn't sleep at nighttime. And there was like very few people that I would be able to talk to because of the hours. And then I started noticing on YouTube that there was like there weren't many like all night streams then, like, you know, like middle of the night stuff. And so I started streaming late at night just as like a, for me thing to like not be, I started as like for anyone that's lonely, like just come hang out. And I just talk to the chat or have people on. And that's basically all it was. But now that I have like people that I have a certain couple of YouTubers when I'm doing my show regularly, and even when I'm not doing my show, but they will tip me. Like they send me PayPals and stuff, and I have no income right now. So now it's getting to the point where I'm like trying to rethink things, maybe to make some sort of money off of it. I don't know, because I don't know what I'm going to do yet for money stuff, but.
Just go for it, because like
If I do go for it, I know I can make it happen. That's the thing. I know I can. I have plenty of ideas. It's just the whole doing it. And I'm really bad with technology. I don't know how to do like videos and shorts and stuff. So it's like, for me, it's just I can talk. I can talk about the things I know about, and I don't care if I look like an idiot. And some people troll me, and I'll play into the trolling. Like I allow people to laugh at me because it's fun. I think it's funny if people are laughing.
that doesn't matter, but like you got to keep in mind, like people like me, like I discovered your channel like just like a week before you well, you stopped doing It's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. And like I first discovered your channel, and I was like, holy shit, this is cool. And
then you stopped. I'm sorry. I know it sucks. I have had other people say that to me. I'm gonna bring it back. The problem is because I stopped streaming for so long is that my crew, like my regulars, like we worked together well. Like I liked who I had. Like it was always like me. Pete was like number 2 no matter what. And like Hoff and Brahmable were like awesome because they would do like the Christopher Walken thing. And then I would have like Six and Ashley like intermittently, like if whoever could be there was like another girl on there, you know?
Yeah.
And I kind of had like little skits, like kind of not skits, but like little shticks that we did. You know what I mean? Like I could make it kind of roll with that and funny, but I have to kind of come up with a whole new crew because like Hoff is really busy, first of all, and Hoff also doesn't. Hoff and Pete don't like if I'm late at all, and it's just something that I'm trying, but I can't ever promise. And like Brahmable is on like all these other. He's so many other commitments now, so it's like impossible to get him on. Six works all the time, and I was late. She doesn't like that either. So I mean, I know Six is my girl. She'll come back on. But yeah, just kind of like all that stuff. And then I was sick, and I'm on a lot of other channels too, which is what I need to start regulating a little better. Like I'll always stay on the 2 that I have been on because they've been good to me, and that's like that 70s rock fan on Mondays. It's only talk and roll. I've been on that since the beginning. It's like a music show he does. It's awesome. If you like music at all, like last week we had we're doing a new, like it's every Monday at 3:00 Mountain Time, and we started out.
What's it called again?
So the channel is that 70s rock fan.
Okay, I'm searching.
Here, I'll put the last week or something, or I'll put an episode in the private chat for you.
Okay.
And just do it that way; it's easier.
Thank you.
But here, just give me 1 second.
No rush.
Oh, I know a better way to do it, just like this, right here. I know. Okay. Because I save like the ones, I save like each show that I'm on in like playlists, you know what I mean? So like, let's say, oh, this is just a random one, but I'm going to send you this and then you can link to him from here. Copy. This one was a fun one. This one was the punk rock episode. I should just put it in the chat if anyone else wants to watch it ever. I'll put it in the live chat. Actually, it's a while back. It's funny. Okay, hold on. Where am I? Put it right here on the YouTube side now.
I'll check it out.
I didn't say what it is. I just put the link. But so that's the channel. So last week, he didn't start it last week, but he started a new type of like a new type of thing. Thank you, D Reed. You're so sweet. I got a tip from D Reed, and he's a sweetheart. He started a thing with. He's got this group of rock and roll rowdies. And what is that noise? Is that you?
Me?
Oh, is something else on here?
No, it's probably me.
It's really loud. I'm
Okay.
muting you for a sec. Are you good?
It might
sounded like a blowtorch or something, or like a lot of air.
I'm rolling cigarettes. That's why.
Oh, gotcha. It's just a machine.
But it's like right on top of my laptop mic, so that's why it's picking up. Probably. Sorry about that.
That's funny.
Let me.
So last week he started doing this, or not last week. This month he started doing this new series, and it's with these guys. They call themselves the Rock and Roll Rowdies, but they're roadies or tour managers, and they, I think, are going to have a Netflix show coming up. But so last week he had the tour manager Mal Craigs from. He was the tour manager for Pink Floyd.
Oh, really?
For Eric Clapton, he flew down in the helicopter to Live Aid with Eric Clapton for like the Live Aid performance. Who else? Like Peter Gabriel. This coming Monday, they're not doing one. This coming Monday, they're doing the Canon film series again. But then they're gonna have. Oh no, it was yesterday actually. Yesterday morning. I'm not usually on Thursdays. I'm on the Monday show, but on Pop Culture Minefield, they had the one guy talk about because he was on the tour with Dio. So they've had Dio. They've had a guy that worked with like Stevie Nicks and oh my God, there were so many. The guy from last week worked with the Who also, and they just tell stories about their like trip, like stuff on the road, and it's like awesome. It's really fun.
And they're
I
gonna
think it's really interesting. So
they're gonna do a Netflix series.
I think that they may be doing that they may be up for a Netflix series, is what it is.
Okay,
but that channel that I shared in the thing, that's just a random, like that's way early on in the like show. Like that's only episode 12 or something. But that was the punk special, and of course that was my favorite one because
yeah,
I like my punk.
Me too.
But I pretty much liked doing all of them. The only one that was a little kind of a little draining for me was a prog rock one because I'm just not a big progressive rock person. I mean, some of it, but I don't know. I went to like the college I went to was a big like guitar snob school, and there were a lot of like Dream Theater, like and Rush, just people that were like all way into it. I call it nerd rock. I like that kind of music. It's too like I don't like the flute in rock music. That's one of my things. I just don't like it.
I never got into a lot of that stuff because everyone says like Rush is like the best band in the world, and it's like
I don't agree with that statement. I agree. The drummer, Geddy Lee, and they're amazing musicians, basically. But I just their sound is not like my favorite. I don't dislike them. I can rock them and listen to them, but they're not like I'm not like a gung ho like oh my god Rush like some people get.
Okay, I'm glad I'm like not the only one because like I give a few songs a chance and I'm like yeah it's pretty good, I like it, but it's like I'm not a Rush guy, I don't know, I just never got on to it.
It's not for everybody. See, because I've been a musician my whole life, I can respect like a good musician, like I'll totally respect it, but and I can tell like oh they're doing an amazing job, but that doesn't mean that it's something I want to like sit and chill and like listen to, necessarily. But then again, you put like I could listen to like the first 2 Crew records, Molly Crew records, like over and over all the time. BTV, is this Brian? It says, good morning. I think that says BTV. Is that you, Brian? Good morning to you if it is. If not, good morning and welcome, BTV.
Good morning.
I think that's a TV, right? Am I looking at the right like emoji?
I know I do the same thing. It's that TV.
And if it's true, I'm thinking, how goes it down in your part of the country? I don't know if he. Oh, it is! Yay! Hi, Brian. I figured because of the BTV, because you had Brian TV for a while. We were just talking about. It's really funny. So Brian is another one. Lazo. Brian, we were just talking about Jesse, and I was talking about how Jesse Miller and the Crow's Nest, how like those streams were my first experience streaming at all, like being on a stream was with Jesse. We were talking about that, and Brian was part of that like OG crew of all them. So just to make that connection, it's funny that he just showed up. He says it goes well. It's getting hot. Are you still down in the Everglades, the alligator country? They're gators down there, not crocs. I can only imagine that it's getting hot. It was like 30 something degrees here last night, but it was warm. It was like 80 degrees, 70 this week.
Cool.
What's the weather down? Oh my God. I just remember like.
Because he's Florida, basically.
Florida, yeah. Florida was like so brutal the 2 times I went there, like as a kid. There's just certain types of year. Yes, American Australia. Brian TV says of American Australia. That's amazing. That is funny. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I've been going for 3 hours and 20 minutes. This started as like nothing. We've just been basically chilling, hanging out.
I know. I should have gone to sleep like hours ago, but like, I don't care.
I already gave up on the sleep because do they open at 8 or 9? If they open at 8, I'm going to have to end this shortly because I have to be at the DMV.
Oh, okay. Well, do what you got.
If they open at 8, I just want to get there right away so I'm not sitting for like 10 million hours.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Let me just check on it real quick. June through August is the most brutal, says BTV. You know, I thought it was brutal in Philly in like July and August. And Philly gets pretty damn hot with like the humidity, but Florida is like a whole other level of just ugh. I got to the point after living in Colorado where I wouldn't even go visit my family in August. Like in the summer, I'd be like, no, like those are times I'm not going home. It's way too hot.
It's not so much the heat; it's the humidity. That's the real.
You're exactly right, because the heat here, it's like unless you're in the sun, the sun can be really hot because we're like higher up, closer or whatever, but it's dry. Like you don't get that. You don't get that. Yeah, it is just the humidity makes you like sticky and everything's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I used to say like after living in Colorado for a while, if I would get off the plane at the Philly airport, it was literally like you could feel the air. Like you were like swimming through the air. It was like that. Yes, it's 9. It's 7:20 a.m. where I am in Colorado. Except I'm in a different place in Colorado now, Brian. I'm divorced now after like a 2-year-old divorce, which is crazy. And I moved like to a place that's like about 45 minutes from Denver. And Brian's completely right about this. Dry heat is far more dangerous because you don't sweat as much. That is true. I have to remind myself all the time to drink more water, which I need to do right now. Even though it's not hot right now, but it's so weird now that I've acclimated to kind of like the dry weather. Like my skin is acclimated to it now. Now when I go back home, I'll find myself getting like a pimple or something. And I don't ever get pimples because it's like so hot and like muggy. Don't go creeping in that airport. Are you talking about the Philly airport? Or are you talking about the Denver airport? The Denver airport has some weird stuff going on, but the Philly airport's pretty.
There's a reason why they don't talk about DIA.
It's definitely got energy in there. I can tell you that much.
That's
Like,
what everyone I know that's like traveled through that airport, like they say there's a weird vibe in the air. Can't explain it, but it's weird.
there's a lot of stories about that, and you mostly find the weird energy. Like they have an underground kind of like tram or like subway thing that takes you to like the different terminals.
Mhm.
It's just a weird.
There's actually a really older, like there's an original Denver airport under the current Denver airport. So
Oh,
they've
they
got like,
built it on top?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
they didn't know what the fuck to do with the old Denver airport, so they're just like, let's just build another one on top of it. So you've basically got two Denver airports, like the real one that people pass through and travel through. Then you've got like this whole underground complex, which is like an abandoned airport. It's like this, like a small city, like under a city. It gets so
That's
crazy.
what they talk about them. I never realized that was the old airport, though.
Yeah.
I have a friend that works there. I'm gonna ask him about that. He said he does. When I'd asked him before, he said he doesn't explore much because he was scared. But I want to ask him again. Tell him to go explore. Take some video from you or something.
I know all about the crazy stories. Apparently there's like alien bases under it, and that's a bit far fetched for me, but I've heard all kinds of crazy theories about like what actually goes down underneath Denver Airport. It's fun stuff to entertain, but I don't take the alien stuff too seriously. But
I believe in aliens. I think I'm an alien.
let me put it this way:
I've been called one.
it's bullshit, but I believe it.
I don't think I totally believe in aliens because like who is to think that we're the only like living life forms or whatever in this entire universe?
You've seen the open the Hubble telescope deep image. It's basically
Mm-mm.
just a small quarter inch of what would be to like the lower left side of or where our moon would be, and they took one picture with the Hubble telescope, and they captured over like 10,000 not stars but galaxies, and just with this one image itself, like you can deduce through like simple math. Like I'm not a smart guy myself. I failed math real bad in high school, but you can
I
do
was
through
good at
math.
math, but not anymore.
But you can deduce through just the number of these galaxies. Like there's got to be at least one of them, and this is just like a small little speck of the universe that this Hubble telescope managed to capture. So basically,
That's insane. Like
yeah,
how large, like what else is out there? That's like
and that was just like 1 inch, and like that one picture like proved like okay, through doing basic math, we can assume has to be another intelligent alien species out there somewhere in the universe,
yeah.
even in our galaxy. We don't know. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I've always said. Like how are we the only, there's no way.
it's just
Ooh, they open at 8 a.m. Sorry, I just finally looked it up. I kept forgetting what I was looking like trying to look up.
no. I need that because like if I start talking about aliens, I'll just like go on and on and on and on.
You can come back on and talk about aliens with me another time though, because it's fun. I like that
No,
kind of talk.
yeah,
Brian says they keep exposing themselves. They're no longer extraterrestrial. They're interdimensional.
I agree.
I like to imagine myself like the in Mars Attack in that movie, like the hippie ladies that are like, we come in peace, or I come in peace. They're trying to like make peace with the aliens. That would be me. Because I've actually, when we were camping one time, every time we'd go camping, we would see these 3 light kind of fixture things, and they're UFOs. People other people report it on this like site. It's crazy. Like you'll go the next day to report something, and everyone in that area has seen the same thing.
Really?
And I used to like lay there like terrified, and I'd be like, I'm at peace with you. I accept you. Welcome. Like I would literally talk to this guy, and my exes be like, "You're fucking nuts." Be like, I just want them to know not to hurt me. Don't hurt me. Such a weirdo. All right.
That's fascinating though. That there's actually multiple
Yeah, they
reportings.
come in. Oh yeah, there's a site in Colorado that you can like, and it's weird. I actually did a special with Pete where I like pulled up some of these some of the reportings, but I just remember specifically because it was the first time I had seen these 3 light things, and my ex had told me that they see them all the time. Him and his friend. He was like, "You will see them when we go up north route camping."
No way.
And then I saw them again, and then I was like, "There's got to be like one of those like websites where people go report or like say what they saw." And of course there was, and it was like from the same like not necessarily exact location because who knows when you're up there, you're in the middle of there's no cell service or anything.
But really
there's all the same time, same night, type of thing, and the same images.
Okay.
It's like you would get like 3 dots, and they kind of like hover around each other, and then like one would go flying up, like shoot out of the way. Like it was bizarre.
That's when my ears perk up because I've heard lots of UFO stories, but when you hear like the same, like different people like describing the same thing, that's when I'm like, whoa, okay, this is.
Yeah, and it's not like I didn't see like the typical UFO thing. I mean, these were just lights, and you couldn't make out what they were other than lights, but they were lights of different colors. 2 of them might have been the same color, and one might have been different, but these were not stars. You know what I mean? That were making these motions like that. Like it was definitely something. Yeah, it's definitely pretty cool. We should talk about this another time because I do actually really have to go now. And I made it 3 hours and 30 minutes without dying. Wow. I've been getting stronger lately, so I'm like totally stoked because I wasn't feeling good for a while. So it makes me happy. Okay. Now I have to figure out what I have to bring in to get my I have to look at the site, bring in to get my car tags on it. Because I'm going to drive up to Steamboat and get my dog one of these days, and I'm not doing a 3.5 hour drive with no license plate. I'll get pulled over like every half an hour. All right. Brian says, have to get my day started. Be blessed. You too. Much love, Brian. I'm going to shut this down anyway. Thank you so much for stopping by. You are awesome. All right. Stay cool where you are. But it's so hot. Okay. Thanks for hanging, Panaflex. I always make up names for people based on like whatever. But I like Laszlo better. I like call people the most random things though by their names. Like I'll pick the middle of a name and just like make it their nickname sometimes. Weird.
Do you think I like this dumb name? Like I picked it like just on the fly. Like I didn't know what to think for my YouTube names.
Well, I'm stuck with the longest name ever. I just go by Courtney on here, but it's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. But I kept it because people remember it because it was so long and annoying. Like people now, when I went to Courtney for a while, they were like, "Who's that?" And then I put Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I remember that person." So
that's funny. The only thing that stood out to me was just the name Courtney, like because like I run into any other Courtneys on YouTube.
If you actually put in "It's Courtney," there's like so many just "It's Courtney's."
There's extra like, so you've got like evil clones running around like.
Yeah, well, I do have a troll that actually goes by me too. Which is funny.
Like fucks with you. That's messed up.
I love it. I take it as a compliment. All right. Well, goodbye to everybody that is still here. If anyone is here, I can't tell by the numbers because. But we have to go end right. Hold on.
All right, I'll catch you later.
But you can stay for 1 second. Let me just see if I can get this happening. Okay. Bye to everybody, and I'll be doing this more often.